pathetic.
He's funny.
Get off the phone, you big dope.
And you always learn something. Mark Levin is on the radio.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and KINA Sports. Trojan basketball is on the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
Welcome into Beloit High School tonight, where we have a doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball on the road in league play to take on the Beloit Trojans. Welcome into the home of the Beloit Trojans. I'm Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith, also Big Sam Pretty producing and engineering. We have Brian Dennett providing live stream video on SalinaPost.com. That's brought to you free of charge tonight by our friends at Salina Ortho. Southeast of Saline on the girls and guys side, they're both coming off of a very productive Friday night outing on their home floor against the Chapman Irish. On the girls side, Shauna Smith's squad won 44-31. For Southeast of Saline, it propelled them now to 10-4 on the season, and they were led by Maddie Harris. Maddie Harris, the new season high in scoring with 15 points. She had three fellow Lady Trojans right along with her, all scoring 7 points. Addison Rohr, Lexi Jacobson, and Abigail Pearson. Brielle Potachik chipped in 5 second-half points, and there were 3 points in the game by Reagan Duran. Southeast of Saline had more than half of the turnovers that Chapman had. Chapman finished with 22 turnovers, while Southeast of Saline had just 12. 44-31, Southeast of Saline gets the victory. That propelled them through the weekend and now into a huge league contest with the Beloit Lady Trojans. Beloit comes into this game. They are right now tops in the NCAA at 6-1 in league play. That one loss came to Southeast of Saline back in December. Southeast of Saline 4-1 in league play. They are a full game behind with really 2 games to make up here in the next couple of weeks. Beloit overall 12-4. Southeast overall at 10-4. We'll give you the full rundown on NCAA standings when we come back. We'll also bring in Tyler Smith. We'll talk more about this Beloit Lady Trojan team and how hot they've been as of lately. They've won 5 in a row. We'll do all that when we come back. Countdown to Tip-Off is underway, and it's for a doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball brought to you by L&L Advisors.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Lynell Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi, fans. It's Lynell Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Lynell at SalinaHomes.com.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent, Stephanie Kniper, wants to put her experience to work for you. Stephanie Kniper proudly serves Saline County and Salina families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Farmers Insurance at 785-825-8419 to get smarter about your Farmers Insurance. Farmers Insurance. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Seasons come quick, and before you know it, your yard will be ready for the mower. Be prepared to hit the grass mowing this spring with a well-maintained mower. Give Prairie Land Partners a call to have your equipment inspected and serviced by a John Deere certified technician to ensure worry-free mowing this spring. Don't wait. Beat the rush by calling Prairie Land Partners to schedule your mower today.
Delivering the right solution. Prairie Land Partners.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Welcome back into Beloit. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith as we get you ready here for a doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball. Of course, it is ladies first here on a Tuesday night and a busy week for Southeast of Saline. When we look for our schedule this week, of course, here tonight in Beloit, we are in the right spot. I confirmed that earlier. Tuesday, back at home against Republic County for a makeup game that was supposed to be played in January, but we couldn't because of, I don't know what they finally called that now, polar vortex or something like that. And then on Friday, we'll be back at home again for another league contest against the Minneapolis Lions. So 3 straight league contests, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday here this week for Southeast of Saline. Let's concentrate on the game here tonight against the Beloit Lady Trojans. And first, kind of go back to the game on Friday against the Chapman Lady Irish. Tyler, this was a good outing for Southeast of Saline. It was a game in which they only trailed by 2 points twice. They trailed at 2-0. They trailed at 4-2. Once they went down at 4-2, they went on a 9-0 run. They ended up taking a 10-point lead into the end of the first quarter, a 5-point lead at halftime, an 11-point lead in a very, very good third quarter, and then cruised on for a 44-31 victory. That win for Southeast of Saline on the girls' side now puts them at 10-4.
Yeah, and it was a game that you saw senior Maddie Harris just kind of take over. You know, it's one of those games, it was a question mark type game. You just came off probably and arguably the worst loss of the season, right? You lose to your rival, you lose to Sacred Heart, a team that, you know, on paper, you should just do things. If you do things right, you should walk away with that win, and all credit to Sacred Heart. Came out and won that basketball game, and you have some question marks, but it was great to see the senior Maddie Harris take over season high 15 points, just kind of lead from the front. You had some issues, you know, you were down only down by 2, but you just continued to build that lead. Strong defense, finished offensively. Everybody kind of got their licks. It was a great rebound game for Southeast of Saline.
I made some comments to head coach Shauna Smith, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, because obviously you've watched Maddie play a lot. You are a very good critiquer of her play. I thought Tuesday night, watching from afar, it seemed like Maddie was sped up just a little bit too much. It wasn't a lot. I don't want to paint the picture that she was terrible, because she wasn't. She just wasn't Maddie against Sacred Heart. That all changed on Friday against the Chapman team that was trying to pressure. They just couldn't, though, because Maddie was so good, and not only did she have a new season high in scoring with 15 points, but she managed the heck out of that game.
Yeah, she did, and that's something we continue to talk about this season, just her game management, like when to go, when to hold back, when to kind of, you know, really put the pedal to the metal, and you saw that again, you know, on Tuesday. And again, you know, Sacred Heart did a lot of that. Sorry, you saw it again on Friday. Sacred Heart just, it's one of those games we talk about all the time. There's rivalry games. You're playing people that know every in and out of you. They've played each other so many times growing up. Great win for Sacred Heart, but again, just such a bounce-back win, and Maddie Harris did a great job just leading that way.
When you look at the league standings now, of course, that Chapman game on Friday was a non-league contest for Southeast of Saline, and they have some league games to make up. They'll get that done here this week, as I said, with 3 different league games. But you look at the league standings right now on the girls' side in the NCAA, Beloit sitting at the top at 6-1. As I said before, that one loss was to Southeast of Saline back in December. Southeast of Saline, a couple of games behind them as far as schedule. They are right there, though, as far as standings. They are 4-1 with that one loss to Sacred Heart. Minneapolis still in the mix at 4-2. Sacred Heart now has fallen back just a little bit at 3-4. Ellsworth at 1-5. Republic County still winless overall for the season. Let's talk about this Beloit squad. As I said, their one league loss was to Southeast of Saline back in December before the holiday. They come into this game here tonight. They're winners of 5 in a row. They have an overall record at 12-4. And this squad, as Shauna Rima's squad usually does, the head coach here for Beloit, has her girls playing their best basketball when they get into the month of February.
Yeah, Devin, she really does. Their only loss this calendar year was to 4A, number 4 ranked Wellington at their midseason tournament. And Wellington's 13-1. Tight game, score kind of got out of hand at the end. But this Beloit team, so much different than the first time we saw them. So everything you take from that first game, just throw it out the window. We kind of talked about that first matchup. Addison Budke, who you're going to hear that name a million times tonight, still kind of getting the flow. She took last season off, concentrated on volleyball. She came back this year for her junior year. She's becoming an absolute problem. This might be the hottest team in 3A. I mean, one loss this calendar year, and that's to a top caliber 4A team. Beloit's going to give you everything you want tonight.
You talk about Addison Butke when you flash back to that first game. I know you told me to forget everything about it. She had 14, but as you said, kind of looked like a baby deer out there. Had been off for a year, didn't play basketball the year before, comes back in there. Not only was she kind of getting used to things, but her teammates were also getting used to her being back on the floor as well. When you look at Southeast of Saline and scoring for that game, there were 3 different Lady Trojans in double digits, led by Lexi Jacobson with 12, also Maddie Harris with 10, and Brielle Potachik leading the way with 12 points. Brielle, in her history, has been a Beloit Trojan killer. She plays well against them. It doesn't matter if it's here or at home.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I think her sophomore year, and I know her sophomore year, she put together a stretch, and all of a sudden their radio station called her the player of the week. I mean, like, it's just the cream rising to the top, right? And I think Brielle's jacked for this game. Brielle, I think in her own words, hasn't had the season that she would, like scoring wise, but all of a sudden the attention's going to go elsewhere. You let Brielle loose. Watch out tonight.
Go back 2 years ago when Brielle was a sophomore. Her career high was scored right here on this floor in Beloit. She had 17 points. She has scored 15 a couple of different times since then in her career, but her career high was established right here on this home floor in Beloit. And also, when you look at her high points for this year, her season high is 13. She had 12 in the first meeting against the Beloit Lady Trojans. We'll step away. When we come back, we will have starting lineups for you and the tip. We'll get everything rolling here from Beloit. Little bit behind because of a JV game that happened earlier today that Beloit ended up holding off Southeast of Saline on the girls' side. So we're about 4 minutes away from tip-off. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, starters for you and the tip from Beloit High School right here on KINA.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Saline Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Saline Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salineortho.com.
Farmers, now is the time to start planning for next spring. Phillips Seed stands ready to work with you to nail down the best seed genetics for your operation. They can help you select from their top-performing corn hybrids and soybean varieties, as well as seed treatments to get your crops off to a fast start. Find them online at phillipseed.com, Facebook, on X, or call 785-949-2204. That's 785-949-2204. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Suburban Appliance Center is your official dealer for Traeger grills. Check out this 6-in-1 versatile unit that grills, bakes, smokes, roasts, braces, and barbecues. Suburban is your exclusive dealer for the Traeger Timberline series, and they have your Traeger spices too. Suburban Appliance Center, they are locally owned and they offer appliance brands like Amana, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and of course Maytag. Suburban also offers exceptional service. Suburban Appliance Center, 1900 South 9th.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Final touches on pregame. Countdown to tip-off brought to you by L&L Advisors. 2 locations in Salina and 1 in McPherson. Let's first go over the starting lineups for the Beloit Lady Trojans. They come into this game, as we talked about. Tyler said it, maybe one of the hottest team on the girls' side in Class 3A. 12-4 overall, 6-1 in league play. They are on a 5-game winning streak since that mid-season tournament loss to 4A Wellington, who is ranked in Class 4A. We will start with a 2-time All-League selection in the NCAA. It's 5'5" senior point guard Peyton Remus. Remus is averaging 6 points a game, also 2.5 assists and 3 rebounds per contest. With her will be Marley File, a 5'10" senior guard, averaging 3 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Addison Butke, kind of all starts with her. She floats around. She'll work every corner of the paint. She averages 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. Also, Ashlyn Knight, a 5'6" senior, averaging 5 points a game and 6 rebounds per contest. And rounding out the top 5 for Beloit is Cassandra Thompson, a 5'10 junior, averaging 10.5 points per game. She is right there in scoring along with Budke. Thompson also grabs 6 rebounds and 2 assists per contest. For the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, under the direction of head coach Shauna Smith, she is assisted by Steve Reedy and Julie Lund. 10-4 on the season. They are 4-1 in league play. They will start 3 seniors. Brielle Potachik, a 5'4 senior, averages 7 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Maddie Harris with her in the backcourt, a 5'6 senior. Maddie averaging 8.5 points per game, also 3 rebounds. Maddie leads this team in assists with 3 assists per contest. Lexi Jacobson inside. She's a 5'6 senior, 9 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 31 steals. She leads the team. Addison Rohr, a 5'7 junior, 4 points, 5 rebounds a game. And also in the starting lineup will be Abigail Pearson, a 5'7 sophomore, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist per contest. We'll step away when we come back. Southeast of Saline and Beloit after this 1-minute timeout on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Just about ready for tip-off. We will go to Tyler Smith for our new image audio keys to success tonight for the traveling Trojans.
Devin, I think tonight it's all about it's having fun and playing basketball, right? Like, I mean, the scouting reports, you're this late in the season, you know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to see 2 well-coached teams from Shauna Remus and Shauna Smith. Go out and play basketball. Enjoy this opportunity. Enjoy the opportunity, with all due respect to traveling to Republic County later on next week. This is the last time that you're going to be on the road for these 3 seniors with an NCAA league game and being the villain. Like an NCAA league game, like the title's on the berth, right? Like, I mean, you've got to do some things. There's still some work to do after this, but you're the villain tonight, and enjoy that. Embrace that. Have fun with that tonight. You deserve it. You've worked your tail off to get in this situation. Throw scouting reports out the window. Someone's going to have to play better basketball than the other team. It's not going to come down to the coaches. I'm really excited to see what these seniors are going to do tonight.
I made the comment to Coach Smith Friday night. This is a game I feel like you're not going to win the league title, but you could lose it. And that's really kind of where Beloit and Southeast of Saline is. Southeast a couple of games behind as far as quantity of games, but this is a quality game. After losing to Sacred Heart last Tuesday, 1 week ago, Southeast needs to pluck this one on the road.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you talk about, you hear it all the time, being in the driver's seat, not being in the driver's seat. The winner of tonight's game is 100% in the driver's seat, meaning you win out, you control your own destiny. Tonight is huge. Tonight's going to be fun, and it's going to propel one of these 2 teams into the postseason.
Budke and Jacobson in the center circle. Budke's going to win the tip. Beloit will have the basketballs. They start out in their home jerseys. They are wearing their home whites, trimmed in orange and black. They will start out on the right-hand side of their offense, swinging around now. Remus will have it, top of the circle. Southeast of Saline wearing their road purples. Here's an open shot from Budke on the right-hand side of the window. That's no good, and it's going to be taken down by Southeast of Saline. Ball in the hands of Maddie Harris as she crosses the orange and black Trojan logo here at center floor at Beloit High School. These 2 NCAA schools from Class 3A very familiar with each other. Addison Rohr with it. Right-hand wing, Harris for 3, off the mark. Comes off strong to the backside. Rohr gave Budke everything she wanted for that rebound, and it's going to come down in the hands of the Beloit Les Trojans. Working right to left as you view it on live stream video here on SalinaPost.com. That is brought to you tonight by Salina Ortho. Budke, deep post entry down low. Rohr there to bother her, but she gets her own rebound, and she puts it back in.
Yeah, initially really good defense from Roar, but it's just that second chance opportunity from Budke to finish for the two points for Beloit.
Jacobson has it on the swing. She'll come over right-hand side to Abigail Pearson. Little hesitation back and forth. Now Pearson being checked pretty aggressive defensively there by the Beloit Lady Trojans as she has Ashlyn Knight on her. Roar, top of the circle. Now back right to Harris. Looking inside, Pearson now goes to Potachik, and Brielle just kind of in a little indecision there. She thought about shooting a look, and then she saw an opening down low late and a turnover for Southeast. That's the first of the game.
And despite forgetting everything that happened in the first game, it looks like Coach Shauna Remus is going. She's looking at that. She's got Addison Budke on Addison Roar right now, so she doesn't have her on Lexi Jacobson, and that was a matchup that Shauna Smith exploited a lot, and Lexi Jacobson had a lot of offensive success pulling Budke out to the perimeter and then beating her, but right now keeping her on Roar, kind of keeping her down low. It's going to be a move. It'll be interesting to see how that matchup prevails tonight.
2-0 Beloit. They have the basketball, had baseline offense there as they ran an inbounds play from underneath their own basket. Now a lob pass back inside to Budke. Her shot up off the window is good. That time, Maddie Harris caught down low, trying to guard Addison Budke.
And you're seeing Budke right there. She catches the ball high and keeps the ball high. If she brings it low, Madison Harris is right there, but Maddie Harris just couldn't get that ball. Really good job from Budke to keep the ball high.
Here's Jacobson, mid-lane entry. She is blocked from behind and knocked to the court. No foul. We play through it. Here comes Remus, middle of the floor for Beloit. Nearly lost the basketball, and then wide open underneath is Addison Budke, and it's Addison Budke 6, Southeast of Saline 0, and a prompt timeout called by Southeast of Saline. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Great start for Beloit. It's been all Budke inside.
Yeah, it's just, and we saw it right there. She kind of got lost in transition, which you can't do, but we've seen what she can do on second chance opportunities. You cannot afford to give any second chance opportunities if you're Southeast Saline, because she's a lot to handle down there. You got to make sure you're clearing the boards, getting the ball out. You got to run. You got to make sure that she's getting fatigued and she's got to get up and down the court. And right now, that's something that Beloit is not allowing Southeast of Saline to do.
6-foot junior is Addison Budke. As we said, she did not play basketball her sophomore year. Her freshman year, she was honorable mention NCAA. And it's synonymous with that Budke name here in Beloit. She is an athlete. There's no doubt about that. 6-0 the score. Beloit with the big lead to start out. Pearson with it on the right wing. Now to Potachik. She'll square up. Fire the three. Off the left-hand side. Budke over the top of Addison Roar will grab the rebound.
And, Devin, I like that non-call from the official. That's a call that you'll hear a lot of times. It's over the back. It's over the back. Right there, Budke just went over Roar. Roar had good position, but just the taller player prevailed.
Addison needs to do a better job of blocking out and getting a body into her. Am I right?
Yeah, she got to get that butt into her and really push her out.
There's a shot now by Budke. It's no good, but it's cleaned up by Cassandra Thompson. She made the basket, and she is also fouled. Thompson will go to the free throw line. First foul of the basketball game belongs to Lexi Jacobson.
And we talk about the size of Budke, but Cassandra Thompson, also a 5'10 junior who can stretch the floor a little bit. So you got a lot of size you got to deal with right now. Southeast 9-0 down to start the game.
One of the biggest deficits Southeast of Saline has had all season long as they come into this game at 10-4. But Beloit right now, just kind of a saw blade for Southeast of Saline to contend with out of the early going. Here's Harris, nice drive, bounce off down low to Pearson. Pearson can't get it to go off the window, and the rebound is taken out of there by Ashlyn Knight. Boy, she rebounded that very aggressively. 4:44 left to go. Southeast of Saline still looking for their first points here in this first quarter. Remus has it, left-hand wing. Skip pass through everybody. Now quickly back in on a touch pass to Budke. High post, they come back. Now Remus has it. Mid lane to Budke. Turnaround shot won't go. Jacobson has it. Lexi wants to run the floor up the left-hand side. Jacobson now to the three-point line. She'll turn around, play it to Potachik. Brielle gets into the free throw line. Now right-hand wing to Pearson. Pearson tests the defense. Little crossover. Now she sweeps it back to the baseline. And a foul will be called here on Ashlyn Knight for the Beloit Trojans.
And you can tell right there, just a great scouting report. We've talked about all season long how Abbott's done a great job going baseline, getting that 15-footer, and you're seeing that Beloit just shutting that down immediately. Ashlyn Knight, though, called for the foul.
Beloit playing zone here on the inbounds. They leave Pearson, though, inside. Her shot on the left-hand side is blocked, but standing on the baseline for the Beloit Trojans is Ashlyn Knight, it looks like again.
And it looks like right now it's a 9. If you look at the score, you get sped up as a player just subconsciously, but you can't. You just got to continue to stick with what what your scouting report says, stay with that and just keep playing. Score will come to it.
Here's Potacek, a little dribble drive, stop and pop from 12 feet in the lane. That shot is blocked, and Beloit brings it away halfway through the first period. Beloit coming back the other way. Inside, Butke mishandled it. Pearson there to try to scoop it up. Ball is loose on the floor, and they're going to say it's a dual possession arrow in favor of Southeast of Saline as Beloit commits their first turnover.
And Devin, we've seen every single possession that Beloit has, the ball has been touched by Addison Butke in the paint. And that's something, normally we've seen them maybe force a couple shots from the outside, but there's obviously a concerted effort. Butke's going to be the one that touches the ball. They're going to go from the inside out offensively, so Southeast's going to have to deal with that tonight.
Pearson has it left. Reagan Duran has come into the game for Southeast of Saline. She replaced Brielle Potacek. Also Sutton Douglas in there as well. She replaced Addison Rohr. Jacobson with it on the baseline. Hand check foul. And really, as aggressive as Beloit is being here, Tyler, that might be the best recipe to come back in this game for Southeast, is just put the ball on the floor and drive at them.
Well, Beloit plays a lot like Southeast Saline. They want to play really, really aggressive man-to-man defense, and you're exactly right. You got to pull, just like Lexi did right there. She pulled Cassandra Thompson out, get her on the perimeter, and then go to work.
Sutton Douglas off the bounce from Maddie Harris. Her shot blocked, as nothing is easy right now inside of the three-point line for Southeast of Saline. Pearson's had a couple blocked. Potacek had one blocked. That one they're blocked by Sutton Douglas by that Beloit defense.
Yeah, Butke comes in averaging 2 blocks a year, or two blocks a game, and I think she's already got that tonight.
Duran open from 3. The freshman lets it fly. That's no good. Off the fingertips of a couple of different players. It will be ran down, though, by Marley File. We talked again about the height and the length of Thompson and Butke. File comes in at 5'10", 5'11", but they turn it over here. Southeast back the other way. Harris on a beautiful feed to Jacobson, and Lexi cannot get the basketball in the hole. The second turnover for Beloit ends up in an empty trip for Southeast of Saline. Boy, the Lady Trojans from Southeast needed that one. Here's another steal as Jacobson pokes it away. Reagan Duran will take it back the other way. Harris on the right-hand side. Lazy bounce pass over there to Jacobson. She never got the handle on it. Ends up batting it out of bounds, and it will go to Beloit for Southeast of Saline. That's their second turnover.
Yeah, and we're seeing the value of every single possession right now. And when you dig yourself a 9-0 hole, every single possession is extremely valuable. Just take control of the basketball, make sure every pass is crisp. You got to do that right now. And I know it's extremely difficult with this man-to-man defense that Beloit's playing. Just hold on to the basketball. Go let your offense work.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, you would think a 9-0 Beloit score. Southeast has been riddled with turnovers. That's not the case at all. Beloit high post to Thompson. Does a couple of turns back and forth. Plays it back out to Remus. Remus back inside to Thompson after she reestablished off the window. Her turnaround shot is good. 5 points for Cassandra Thompson. Her and Butke right now owning the scoring, splitting 11 points between them. Butke has 6, Thompson with 5. There's Harris on a drive. Somehow finds the rim, and Maddie Harris gets Southeast of Saline on the board for the first time.
And you saw Harris right there just attacks the baseline. No help came. A horrible angle from her. Just a great finish from the senior.
Beloit with the basketball as they working around the perimeter, primarily working their offense here in this first quarter on the right-hand side of the floor. Here's a shot put up. That's no good. Southeast unable to get the rebound, and Thompson putting it in the hole.
Rolling right now, Butke's getting a quick break, and you're seeing Thompson with 2 points in tight right there for Beloit. You got to take advantage right now for Southeast and continue to. You got to turn up the gears if Butke's out of the game.
And oh, by the way, with Butke out of the game, you bring in Olivia Wright off the bench. She's 5'10", 5'11". It's just the height that just does not stop for this Beloit team.
And you're seeing Jacobson and Potacek back in. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the last minute 18. I'm assuming Remus will keep Butke on the bench for the remainder of this quarter. You really got to make a surge right now in the last 1:18.
Nobody in foul trouble here. We've only had 3 fouls called total here in this first quarter so far. Thompson has it in the keyhole, turns, looks backside, now comes to Ashlyn Knight. Remus in the corner. She'll go high post now to Olivia Wright. Skip pass back to Remus. Remus drives baseline, runs into a Southeast defender. It's Lexi Jacobson, and that'll be 2 fouls on Lexi. Just as I say, nobody in foul trouble yet because there's only been 3 fouls called. Now there's 4 fouls called, and Lexi Jacobson has 2 of them.
And then immediately Coach Shauna Remus sees that, and she gets Butke. She's going to get her back into the lineup after Remus's first free throw.
First free throw by Peyton Remus is up and good. Beloit in the early going, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Second free throw on the way, also good. Beloit, their biggest lead here of this opening quarter. They lead it 15-12. Potacik with it, now to Pearson. Pearson drives on the left wing, now into Sutton Douglas, who had it stripped away, but Pearson gets it in the corner. Abba Pearson now brings it out of the far corner, back to Maddie Harris, top of the circle. Harris takes a couple of steps back, still dribbling, trying to direct offense here as Southeast of Saline, trying to score and gain some positive momentum going into the second quarter. Clock down to 25. Harris with it. She goes from right, back to the center of the floor. Back to Pearson. She does the same thing. Now swings it back through Sutton Douglas. Harris looking at the clock again. Clock down to 16. Harris pulls it to the right-hand side to Potacik. Brielle now back up top. Addison Rohr. Bounce pass inside. Sutton Douglas. Little ball fake. That ball is tipped out of there. Clock down to 5. Harris gets in the lane. Runner. Crawls around the rim. Won't go. And a rebound muscled out of there by Beloit. And that will end the quarter. All Beloit here in the opening quarter. They lead it by a baker's dozen. 15-2 at the end of one. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline as you listen to Lady Trojan basketball here on KINA.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Saline Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Saline Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salineortho.com.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back to Beloit. Devin and Tyler here. Second quarter begins. Southeast of Saline has the basketball and a huge deficit here to overcome. 13 points after that first 8 minutes. Abba Pearson, three-pointer on the way. That one rims off no good, and it's Butke inside with the rebound. What'd you see there in that first quarter, Tyler?
Well, just a nightmare start for Southeast, right? Like, you just gave Butke too many opportunities down low, and when she was out, Cassandra Thompson kind of took over down low. Got to get a lot more pressure on him and value the basketball. Not a lot of turnovers, but value every possession, meaning you got to get quality shots here. You got to let the offense work. Don't panic. You're down 13, but continue to take the ball to the bucket.
Here is Lexi Jacobson doing just that. Remember, Lexi's in there playing with 2 fouls. She's going to drive, though, on the left-hand side, rise up, get fouled, and she will visit the free throw line for the first Southeast of Saline free throws of the night. Only person that has scored in this game for Southeast of Saline is Maddie Harris. Jacobson's free throw bangs home. That foul on Addison Butke, her first. Second free throw by Jacobson, strong like the first, but it does not get a friendly bounce. Second putback by Pearson, no good. Jacobson now has it. Harris for 3. That one won't go. Long rebound. Pearson there to save it for the Lady Trojans of Southeast. Couple of opportunities here for Southeast of Saline. Potacik has it out high, gets a pick. Nothing there opening, though. Back to Jacobson on the right. Jacobson, mid-lane jumper, swishes it home. Lexi Jacobson with 3 here quickly in the second quarter.
A great job from Lexi right there. All of a sudden with the 10-footer, just it springs free. She elevates. Great finish from Lexi.
Beloit now with the basketball. With it on the left-hand side, Brecken Boudreau, who has checked into the game. Inside, Butke now back to the free throw line. A shot put up. That's no good from Olivia Wright. Here comes Southeast off and running. Maddie Harris stops on the left-hand side. Skip past Brielle Potacik. Three-pointer on the way. 2 strong, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds off the rebound. Back to Beloit. Man, you just get the sense on some of these outside shots. And Southeast has taken some really good shots from beyond the perimeter. But, man, they are just a fraction off.
Yeah, they are. And they're not bad shots. I love that shot in transition from Brielle. I mean, Maddie, she sucks a few defenders in, kicks the ball out. That's a shot Brielle needs to continue to take. It's going to fall.
15-5. Southeast trailing back now on defense. Skip pass to Thompson, top of the circle. She throws a bullet down low, but it's able to be contained by Marley File. She'll go to work in the middle of the paint, finding a teammate in Ashley Knight. That's her first basket.
And I think right now you've got to figure out if you're Shauna Smith, like somebody else has got to beat you. As long as you take care of Thompson, as you see Brielle turn it over right there, take care of Thompson, take care of Budke. If the others beat you, you'll tip your cap and you'll walk the other way. You got to shut those two bigs down.
3 turnovers now for Southeast, but then Lexi Jacobson takes one right back, creating Beloit's 4th turnover. Harris, long pass up the floor. Potacik, she'll stop. Now back out to Maddie Harris. Those two working on the left wing. Now to Pearson in the middle. Back to Jacobson. Mid lane on the right. Here's Lexi from the free throw line. That 15-foot jumper won't go. Rebound inside by Marley File. Boy, if it's not Budke, it's Thompson. If it's not Thompson, it's File. If it's not File, it's Olivia Wright. Those 4 inside are just owning things, that all of them 5'10" or better.
And it's all those second chance opportunities that we see Southeast have a lot of success with. We see Budke get caught shuffling the feet. Those second chance opportunities are just nil right now for Southeast. You've got to figure out a way to get down there and battle, and that happens when you get better shots. You get your offense kind of packed in a little bit more. You get that defense rotating. Quick shots usually result in easy rebounds for the defense because your offense isn't set up. Get that offense work around. All of a sudden, offensive rebounds start coming.
Jacobson catches the ball, doesn't hesitate, goes to the rack, has her shot blocked, but gets it back. Out to Brielle Potacik for 3. Brielle got her one. Big shot, Brielle nails one here in the second quarter. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point game now as Southeast of Saline begins to charge back.
Yeah, really good offensive rebound. Nice kick to Brielle. Brielle sets the feet, and it was nothing but the bottom.
Here's a shot by Beloit that goes unanswered. Harris with the long rebound. Maddie wants to run up the middle of the floor. All gas, no brakes. She plays it left to Jacobson. 12-footer on the way. That won't go. Addison Rohr, though, on the backside, has her putback attempt blocked. And it's Budke with the block and the takeaway.
And Budke right there did a great job absorbing the initial contact from Rohr, but staying straight up. She continued to stay straight up, and Rohr just shot the basketball right into her hands. It's a great block from Budke.
Southeast playing a little zone here on the defensive end. That has helped stymie this Beloit attack as they turn it over again. Pearson takes it away. Beloit with twice as many turnovers as what Southeast of Saline has. Potacik on the left wing. She'll get into the paint. Play it off on a handoff to Harris. Maddie now looking. We are halfway through this second quarter already. Jacobson on the drive. Finds the window. Can't get it to go. Might have been partially blocked again. And they're going to call a foul on Beloit. On the rebound, it will stay here with Southeast.
And I think Lexi felt like she was fouled by Budke on that initial drive. And again, so now we're seeing Budke and Jacobson, that matchup happen with Thompson out of the game. Budke's coming out with still just one foul, but he's coming out of the game. But when you have Budke on Jacobson, you got to get Jacobson on the perimeter, as we've seen Coach Shauna Smith do. That's a really, really tough matchup for Addison Budke.
Harris on the inbounds. Jacobson's wide open and it crawls out. That's the second one tonight that Lexi has had. Looked like it was a third of the way down and then crawl out of the rim. She did get her own rebound, though, and is fouled. So foul starting to pile up here halfway through the second quarter. Boy, I just got us all the way to the fourth quarter. And that will be the third team foul on Beloit. This one will go against Olivia Wright, her first.
And again, we see those things that Lexi's able to do. If you're going to play a big on her defensively, she can just exploit you in so many ways.
We'll stay here off the inbounds. Brielle Potacik threw a bullet pass inside, and it skipped like a rock off a pond over a couple of Beloit hands and went out of bounds. Harris with the inbounds again. Back to Jacobson. She is going to shoot it on the left-hand baseline, and that's no good. An awkward angle there for Lexi, unable to score. Boy, you just get the feeling Southeast is right on the cusp here.
They really are. They're getting the shots they want. But, again, you have to discuss those shots. You're getting them in the paint, but all of a sudden, like you said, Olivia Wright, Budke, you got so many 5'10" players down there. You see a quick bucket from Beloit.
Reckon Boudreaux, somebody got lost on defense for Southeast of Saline, and the Lady Trojans will burn a 30-second timeout and talk about it. We will take it as well. 3:17 left to go here before halftime. 19-8 Beloit over Southeast of Saline here on KINA.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
3:17 left to go here. Second quarter, 19-8 is our score. Beloit has led this one the whole way. They started on an 11-0 run deep into the first quarter before Southeast of Saline was able to score. Southeast has the basketball right now. Harris with it. She rocks it back and forth. Now plays it out to Jacobson, but gets it right back. Maddie Harris on the right. Now top of the circle to Brielle Potacek. Brielle has a defender with her. Lost the handle momentarily, but then got it back. Now Addison Rohr with it. Over to Harris. Harris had a little sidestep in there. I thought she was going to fire the three, but then she saves it and plays it to Potacek. Jacobson has it. She's going to drive. Gets into the paint. Tried to step through two defenders. Had the ball knocked away and picked up by Cassandra Thompson.
And, Devin, this man-to-man defense, you can be so aggressive on the perimeter because you know you have the rim protectors that Beloit has, and you're seeing a lot of hands. They're really physical. They're playing great defense, but they're super aggressive because they know if they get beat, you got to get about 5'10" or 6 foot to score a bucket.
Here's Thompson inside. She ran into Sutton Douglas when she turned around, but she scored anyway. 9 points for Cassandra Thompson, and it's back to 13 for Beloit.
And a quick pass up to Potacek, who takes a contested three, just rims out again. Again, Brielle, it's a fraction off. The shots are so close to falling.
21-18. Beloit with the lead and the basketball. Remus now back into the paint. Thompson, she takes a dribble to her right, and a foul on the floor will be called on Southeast of Saline. It's their first foul of this quarter, as we are at 1:52 to go. Remember, we'll hook up with Bryson Flax coming up here at the halftime of the girls' contest. See how he's feeling about the review of the Chapman game and a chance to play the number one team in the state. On the boys' side in Beloit, Lexi Jacobson got that foul, and that is her third. I did not think it would be on her, but I have been wrong before, obviously.
Well, and Lexi's being asked to do so much down there. You talk about the size. You talk about how she's usually the one that gets matched up, and she's getting a lot of help from the backside, but just such a tough matchup. That it stings when you're playing that hard and doing everything that Lexi's done all season to get a tic-tac foul right there.
21-8, Beloit still has it down low. Thompson, she runs into Maddie Harris. Harris slid over there to try to grab her on defensive assignment, but just got there a little too late, and Thompson is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a great pass and a great catch from Thompson right there, and she absorbs the contact, goes up, attempts the two, but just a great catch because that pass was coming in hot.
Thompson made the free throw. She has 10 points now in this game. She's 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and Beloit, so far in this game, 4 of 4 from the stripe. Second free throw on the way. Missed it off the front of the rim. Rohr gets it. 1:40 left to go. Biggest lead of the game right now for the Beloit Lady Trojans. They lead it by 14, and now a foul is called on Budke. It will be her second as she was reaching in on the arm of Abba Pearson.
Yeah, I think that's a foul that Coach Shauna Remus can't be happy with. You can't have your premier player committing a foul 20 feet away from the bucket. Budke just got caught right there, getting her hand in the passing lane, grabbed Abba's arm. It's a beneficial foul for Southeast.
Here's Potacek on the drive, stops, little pirouette, plays it over to Reagan Duran. Reagan drives into the Sharks. That is a shot up and no good. Rebound by Budke. Here comes Beloit back the other way. 80 seconds left to go before the half. Lob pass inside. Thompson back to the basket. She turns. Rohr shuts her out defensively. Kick out to Remus for a three. That's the first three-pointer Beloit has shot in this game so far. It's strong, but Budke got the rebound. Now to Thompson at the right elbow. She'll get into the paint and play it back out. Remus wants a reset with 1 minute left to go in the second. Left now Thompson. She's in three-point land. Budke has a little Southeast of Saline sandwich around her defensively. She moves from left to right. Gets it again. Sandwiched again. And a shot put up from the outside by Beloit is no good. Rebound by Brecken Boudreau. And that ball goes up, spins around the rim, stalls between the rim and backboard, and then falls off. And a rebounding foul on Beloit.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that offensive rebound from Boudreau, just great, just staying with the basketball. Abigail Pearson did everything you're taught, you teach a player to do. She had great position. The ball just bounced, and it just stayed up on the rim. It's been that kind of night right now for Southeast Saline. However, the offensive shot, again from Beloit, Abbas continues to fight, gets the rebound, gets fouled.
Abbas free throws on the other end. First one up and good. That ball, we've all done it, right? You shoot a shot and it gets kind of caught between the glass and the rim and just sticks there. And it's the most deadening sound. This ball went all the way around the rim and then kind of set in that corner, and it looked like that. and then eventually fell off. But it had to sit there a good second.
And Ava just fought the entire time down there, and she's rewarded at least with a free throw opportunity.
Got the first one, missed the second one. I thought Addison Rohr was going to be able to save it before she ate a drum set, but she is just on the sideline over there in the corner, and Beloit will have it back, leading 22-9 with 40 seconds left to play before half. Here comes Remus, met by Reagan Duran. Now a trap in the corner, stolen away by Duran. And they're going to say she had a toe on the line over there on the sideline.
Yeah, that 1-3-1 trap. She was going over to take the ball away and just had that foot on the sideline right there. Violation on her. Ball stays with Beloit.
Remus with it up top. Beloit playing for the last shot here, trying to shorten this game a little bit, melt the clock away. Remus drives the lane, left-hand side, now goes back into the lane for a shot that's up no good. Pearson has it on the rebound. 8 seconds left for Southeast. Up the floor to Potacek. She has it now back to Pearson with 4. Skip pass to Duran with 2. Durant steps back, has to shoot at the buzzer. Might have been partially blocked, and that will be the end of the half. 22-9. A little bit of a comeback there for Southeast of Saline, but they still trail it here by 13 points as we hit the intermission. It's the halftime report, brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. When we come back, we'll have numbers from the first half. We will also have a conversation with head coach Bryson Flax. Look ahead to the boys contest. It's our second game of the night. That's all coming up when we come back. Beloit 22, Southeast of Saline 9. Halftime of the girls contest here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Lynell Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi, fans. It's Lynell Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Lynell at SalinaHomes.com.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime of the girls contest, it is 22-9. Beloit with a big start. They scored 11 points before Southeast was able to get their first points, and we are at halftime of the girls contest, Beloit having a 13-point lead. Time now to look ahead to the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Of course, it is Southeast of Saline's guys as they will take on the number 1 team in Class 3A in the Beloit Trojans. Time now to talk to Bryson Flax about that contest coming up. And, Coach, before we talk a little bit here about Beloit and your league contest tonight, let's flash back to Friday night. A home defense of your home court, 59-44 over the Chapman Irish. What'd you see on this game when you went back and looked at it over the weekend?
I thought we were, pretty tough defensively. We did some pretty good things on that end of the floor. We rebounded really well, I thought, and then on the offensive end, I didn't think we settled. I thought we were aggressive to the rim, which was a goal going in. We wanted to make sure that we were aggressive going to the rim and then work inside out. We were able to do that, and it makes a big difference when you hit shots when you're at the rim, and we were able to do that. And so I liked it. I thought it was a step forward even from, I thought Sacred Heart game was a step forward. I thought we took another step forward in Chapman. And again, we talked about it all year. We just have to keep taking those steps.
This is a busy week for you, and arguably, and maybe even not arguably, the weight of the schedule for this week is here tonight, where you play the number 1 team in the state and a team that just seemingly has gotten better and better as the season's gone along. Then later on, you have home games with Republic County and Minneapolis, 2 of the lower teams in the NCAA. But this game here tonight is going to be very important for you. As far as coming off that Chapman game, how much momentum do you hope to capture? I know you want to carry everything over, but there's trends starting to happen with this team, right? I mean, and knowing how to attack the rim, knowing, to me, just how to be resilient. Chapman would come back a couple times, make little pushes in this game, but your guys just kind of seem to be calm and just about their business.
Yeah, definitely. Our goal is to make sure that, we're as good as we can, over the course of this next month. And so, what that looks like, we don't really know, other than hopefully we're efficient offensively. We get after it and battle defensively. And then, situational play, we're good. If that's, small lead with a short amount of time, small deficit with a short amount of time, or whatever that looks like, we want to make sure we're learning and trying to just build off of it.
Situations, what to do at the right time, in the right situation. That's maybe the hardest thing to teach a team that doesn't have a lot of court experience on the varsity floor, isn't it? I mean, is that something that you set up situations in practice? Is it something that you talk about a lot of stuff during film? I mean, how do you go about doing that? Obviously, it's a tall task.
Yeah, and you can do a lot of stuff in practice, but it doesn't, you can't simulate what happens when they're playing someone else and the speed of that and the length and athleticism. So, it's basically, remembering points in games, talking points, walking through those things in practice. We walked through about 4 or 5 things that we saw from the Chapman game in practice, just so everyone was aware of what, we were looking at. And then, we got to be in it. We got to be in those situations. And I knew that it was going to take a little time for these guys to gel and understand and fill roles and do all that. And of course, I'd like to win more games than we have. But, we still got a lot of basketball yet to play. So we just, like I said, make sure that, we're taking steps to be better over the course of this next month rather than, early on in the year.
We talk about some of the height, some of the length that the Southeast girls right now they're having to contend with. That doesn't going to change when we come to the guys contest. Obviously, we know the names. We know Weisner and people like that, and Eli Johnson. You got Brody Litton come off the bench. This is a big team. They get off the bus. They look like a JUCO team. I mean, and they're really going to be up in the clouds, kind of, so to speak. But you guys gave them one of their closest wins, if that makes sense, of the season. Played them very close at your place. 44-40 was the final score. Not only was the point total down where you like to play so far this season, but you guys had a chance to win that game.
Yeah, and in terms of the height, I've got 4 or 5 gallon jugs in the locker room that I'm going to fill up and take home to my kids so they don't deal with the unfortunate of being, small like I am, height-wise. So, no, but yeah, we battled against Beloit. We really did.
Yeah.
Right? It was one of those games early on that you were like, dang, we could be pretty good.
Yeah.
We could really be pretty good. And we didn't follow it up, and that was the biggest disappointment is we struggled at that moment to follow up good times with better times. It was always we were having something good happen to us and then taking a step back, and then we, exceed where we were and then take another step back. And so Beloit's really good. You don't win 15 games, especially out of 16. You don't win 15 in a season unless you're good, and then to do it 15 out of 16 is obviously really good, and they're tough. They're inside out. They defend. They're defending harder than they probably ever have, and Ryan Eilert's got them playing, man, and it's going to be a challenge for us.
What do you want to see most from your guys tonight?
We just want to compete, take a step forward, compete. We're gonna have to be good on the glass, and make sure we're not giving them a bunch of opportunities, try and make them a little uncomfortable and see what happens, but really just focus on going out and competing.
Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Yep, thanks, Devin.
Bryson Flax, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight taking on the number 1 team in Class 3A. Halftime of the girls contest, 22-9 is our score. When we come back after this 90-second timeout, we'll give you scoring from the first half, get you all ready to go for a third quarter comeback. Lady Trojan basketball coming back after this on KINA.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Saline Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Saline Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salineortho.com.
Don't get caught on empty. Fill up on all your basic needs at Asaria Oil and Hardware. We want to be sure you are fueled up and ready for whatever may be around the corner, no matter what time of day. Now live at Asaria Oil and Hardware, 24/7 pumps. No matter what time of day or night, your gas and diesel tanks can rely on us. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back just about ready for third quarter action here in the second half. 22-9 is our score. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline. Leading all scorers right now for the Beloit Trojans. Cassandra Thompson with 10. 6 for Addison Budke. And then 2 for Peyton Remus, Ashlyn Knight, and Brecken Boudreau off the bench. For Southeast of Saline, 3 for Brielle Potachik, 3 for Lexi Jacobson, 2 for Maddie Harris, and 1 for Abba Pearson. Southeast of Saline, 4 turnovers. Beloit was 6. Southeast of Saline, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Beloit, 4 of 5. Tyler, talk to me about that first half. You would think maybe things are all dismal here after watching that game, but still, it's only a 13-point lead.
Yeah, it's definitely not out of hand. You just got to do one of the most difficult things that an athlete has to do, and that's play without looking at the score. Just continue to do what you're doing. You see a couple of good shots right there from Southeast not going, but just don't worry about the score right now. Worry about that in the fourth quarter.
2 opportunities to score off of 2 rebounds after the initial shot, and it's Brielle Potachik standing outside, hitting a 3. Now it is down to 10.
And just keep chunking away, right? Like, the mountain's tall right now, but you just got to keep going one step at a time, and that's a huge first step from Southeast.
Beloit with an unintentional kick over to the corner. Remus will scoop it up and keep it with her team. Now she'll try a 3 off the feed. Barely hit the rim. Budke, though, on the backside, gets it and knocks it off the window. Good.
And
Addison Budke.
We saw right there Southeast in the zone, and that can't be a shot that Coach Peyton, that Remus wants, Coach Shauna Remus, but it's an outside shot, but Budke's there to clean it up.
Addison Rohr, a couple chances to score on the right-hand side of the basket, and they're fighting for the rebound. She's going to tie up a Beloit player, and the arrow in favor of the Beloit Trojans. 24-12. Biggest lead for Beloit through that first half of action was 14. Right now they are doubling up Southeast of Saline. Still looking at a 2-3 zone. Southeast heavy along the baseline. Beloit, that's where they want to play the most. They want to get it in on the blocks, down that lower lane entry area. And right now they're working a high-low post offense. 3 guards out around the perimeter. Budke is one of them now. She's going to feed it into Thompson. Thompson now will kick it to File at the free throw line for a 15-footer. That's no good. And Lexi Jacobson muscles the rebound away from Ashlyn Knight. Foul is on Knight, and that will be her 3rd.
And you saw right there, just great position from 3 Southeast defenders. They all had position, all went up right there. Lexi just rips the ball away and gets fouled. And again, that's what you got to do. You got to force 15-footers. You got to force shots from anybody other than Thompson or Budke. Make somebody else beat you, and that's not an easy task. But continue to force Beloit to get shots from people not named Thompson or Budke.
Knight with 3. Jacobson with 3. Abba Pearson will shoot 3. That's no good. Rebound comes into the hands of Remus. Here comes Peyton Remus, middle of the floor. She'll play it off to the right to Ashlyn Knight. Now get it back as she sinks further towards the baseline. Beloit will play it now to the other side of the floor. Ball, it's mishandled here. No pressure, but now Maddie Harris comes sprinting out, unable to do anything with it. Here's a pass in underneath the backside of that zone as Budke found the gap, and she was able to get a feed from Peyton Remus. That was a nice play by Beloit.
Yeah, it was Budke's improvisation right there. I don't think that's where she was supposed to be. She saw she had an opening. She did a great job finding that open space. Great pass, great finish.
Southeast of Saline with a quick 3 here, and it's going to be a tie-up again down low. This time the arrow in favor of Southeast of Saline.
And we've seen a couple quick threes right now from Southeast, and I don't mind that at all. Like, you got to take some risks in this offense. Again, this tall mountain to climb, you're going to have to bang some of those in sooner or later. Maybe not speed up the offense, but take maybe some of those open shots that you normally don't take. If they're there early, take them.
Pearson with it on the drive, can't get it to go. Jacobson goes from one side of the floor to the other and sticks it back in. That was not an easy maneuver by Lexi Jacobson, but she made it look easy.
Yeah, Jacobson catches that ball. The momentum's just taking her away from the buck up. She's able to elevate and kind of control herself. It's a great finish from Lexi.
Remus open in the corner. Thompson gets it to her. Beloit now playing it back out to Marley File. 26-14. It is Beloit with 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter leading. Now a reaching foul on Jacobson, and that is not a good foul at all. It was just not a good foul, but also for Lexi now it is number 4.
Yeah, it's a tough one on Lexi right there. I mean, she's just always super aggressive. I mean, she's got her hands in the wrong spot. It's a great call from the officials. Really, really tough blow for Southeast.
And she is not a player that we are accustomed to being in foul trouble.
No, and amazingly, with her tasks that she's given every single night, she kind of skirts by a lot of those fouls. She plays a lot with her body, not with her hands, but right there, definitely got saddled with the foul. Good call.
Sutton Douglas will be summoned to serve some good minutes here. Reagan Duran did not make it in during that break, but she sets at the scorer's table. Here's Remus for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Potachik comes soaring in for the rebound. 4:39 left to play. Here comes Brielle Potachik. She'll spin, top of the circle. One-handed pass back to the right to Harris. Harris, a pull-up jumper, splashes it home. That's a long-distance 2 from Maddie Harris, who now has 4.
And you just kind of tell in rhythm right there. She kind of gathered her feet, had that little gathered dribble. Nice finish from the senior.
Here's a shot inside once again. It's Addison Butke ringing the bell when she has a chance. She had 6 in the first quarter, has 6 already here in the third, total of 12.
And I think this shows kind of everything that Lexi does, just makes things so difficult. Now with her out of the game, that's too easy for Butke.
Three-pointer there by Potachik. It looked like Roar was going for the rebound there and had it knocked away, and it's going to be Southeast of Saline basketball.
Yeah, and I think a very fortunate call for Southeast. That ball looked like it would come off purple at the end. You'll take the call. You'll take anything you can get right now.
28-16. Here's Reagan Duran from the corner for 3. That's no good. And again, Butke up over the top of a Southeast of Saline offensive player trying to get a rebound. She muscles it away from Abba Pearson.
And you can see Coach Shauna Smith telling her players, you got to get the butt out. You've got to create contact. I mean, again, that is not a foul from Addison Butke. She's just towering over Abigail Pearson right there. Pearson, one of our most physical players, has just got to throw the elbows in, throw the body into Butke, create a lot of contact. Easier said from up here than it is done down there.
Yeah, but you almost have to over-exaggerate everything, right? I mean, you're used to pushing back a foot, push back 2 feet.
You have to, yes, without a doubt.
Here's a miscue there by Beloit. It's the first turnover of this third quarter for either team, and now Reagan Duran has a shot blocked and taken away. Back the other way as Beloit's defense stands tall. They protect their 12-point lead, and Beloit's bench. Head coach Shauna Remus wants a timeout. 3:12 left to go here in the third. It is 28-16. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline. We'll step away, come back with more Lady Trojan basketball.
If you're considering a career in healthcare, the nursing program at Kansas Wesleyan University can open doors for your future. You'll learn from experienced faculty, and there are great clinical opportunities right here in Salina. Tremendous scholarships are available, and KWU graduates posted 100% NCLEX pass rate last year. Want to know more? Visit kwu.edu/nursing today. Again, that's kwu.edu/nursing.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here in Beloit, 3:12 left to go. Beloit still leading by 12. Southeast of Saline with a couple of surges, but Beloit holding them at bay. A chance for us to check our Bennington State Bank scoreboard at halftime. The Inman girls leading El Saline 28-16. Also at half, Concordia leading Abilene 18-17. Hayes trails McPherson. The Bulldogs up on that one. Bullpups, I should say, 27-6. And also, Salina Central over Andover Central by 1 early on in the third. Here it is, 28-16. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline. Thompson has it. Down low. She'll turn out. Now a skip pass out to Peyton Remus. Feet on the line, and she's going to shoot it in along to for Remus. Her second second score of the game. It's the first field goal.
And again, it was the ball movement that just kind of got Southeast just chasing the basketball right there. Remus catches the ball just inside the three-point line, finishes.
Abba Pearson drives to the bucket. She gets her first field goal on a left-handed runner off the glass. 30-18. Beloit running through offense here. Southeast still keying on that zone defense, running in a 2-3 set. Beloit gets it in the middle of the paint. Now they play it back out to Thompson. Really not much attention given to the Beloit shooters on the outside. Southeast really packing it in down low as Beloit misses a shot. Here comes Southeast with it. Reagan Duran all the way to the cup. Off the window! The freshman's going to score, and she has a chance to make it a 9-point game as she steps to the free throw line.
And, Devin, that's what it's all about, just chipping away right there. You saw that finally Southeast was able to get in transition. Great rebound from Harris. Nice outlet. Great finish from Duran. Minimal contact, but you'll take the call again. You'll take every call you can get right now if you're Southeast. Duran's to the free throw line to get this to within underneath double digits.
Duran's free throw is on the way. Too strong, no good. And a rebound taken in by Marley File. Reagan Duran's first basket of the night. 2 minutes left to play here in the third. 30-20 is our score. It's the second time Southeast of Saline has been within 10 here in the second half. Remus has it on the right-hand side. She'll go to File now, middle of the floor. Swing it left to Boudreau. Boudreau nearly lost the basketball. Duran comes over. She might take it away from two Trojans, and she's going to generate an alternate arrow opportunity that leaves it still in the hands of Beloit. And you want to know how much dire the situation
yes.
is? Lexi Jacobson has 4 fouls, and she has just checked back into this game.
But they're going to keep Lexi on the perimeter right now. They're going to keep her on top of that 2-3 zone. They're not going to have her play down low. It looks like they're going to go Pearson, Rohr, and Harris down there. Harris has been banging down low all night, and she's fully capable of doing so. So have Lexi up top, try to keep her out of silly fouls down low.
Pearson and Harris both, you look at them, you say they're guards, but they're not shy of contact. And now here's a steal by Maddie Harris. Might have been deflected by Jacobson. Maddie's going to go all the way coast to coast with the left-handed layup is good. Maddie Harris off the break was able to get that one for Southeast of Saline. Lady Trojans within 8. Beloit with the basketball. Working it around the perimeter. They have a Beloit player that went down in the lane. She never got out of the lane. I don't know how that wasn't at least a 3-second call. Remus now for 3.
Wow.
Got it.
What
Just
a shot
dagger.
right there.
Southeast coming back. Down the floor. Ptacek has it. She dribbles to the free throw line. Bounce pass to Jacobson. Her shot blocked from behind and a foul called. Lexi Jacobson will go to the free throw line.
Devin, back to that shot from Remus. I mean, you just kind of felt that play had a lot of momentum on it right there. You need a big defensive stand if you're Southeast, and Remus just steps into the 3 and drills it and just takes all the momentum away from Southeast.
Jacobson's first free throw is in. Lexi with 6 points so far in this game. Sutton Douglas will come in, give Addison Rohr a break, and we don't want to ignore that. With Lexi Jacobson being saddled with fouls, Addison Rohr is playing even more. And Jacobson's going to make both of those free throws. Now she comes out of the game, and Reagan Duran, after getting a drink of water, will come right back in. Back to a 9-point game, 33-24. That three-pointer by Remus was huge. 43 seconds left to go here in the third. Boys still leading by 9. Looks like they want to spread it out, play for the last shot here of the third quarter. Boudreau on the left-hand side. Back to the middle, Remus has it. Half a minute left to go in the third. Here comes Duran. Now Remus, high post. Boy, Beloit got away with a travel there. They're going to lob it inside to Thompson. They're going to have a foul called on Southeast.
Yeah, it looked like Beloit kind of got lazy with some passes right there. I mean, we talk about a zone a lot of times when we talk about how they pack it in. Right there, that's an attacking 2-3 zone. You had Brielle and you had Reagan just firing everywhere. They're going to cause a lot of problems for Beloit. A couple lazy passes, but Beloit keeps the ball nonetheless.
Southeast matching up man-to-man here now off the inbounds. Remus has Ptacek on her. Brielle's trying to take it away. She does. Saved it from going out of bounds. Brielle Ptacek tapped it into Maddie Harris. 4 seconds left. Brielle for 3. Left-hand side. Can't get it to go. And that is the end of the quarter. Boy, a good opportunity there for Southeast of Saline. But they go to the fourth quarter down by 9. 33-24 is our score. Fourth quarter coming up. You can watch it free of charge on SalinaPost.com. It's brought to you by Salina Ortho.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Saline Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Saline Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Southeast starts out with the basketball. Addison Rohr inside, little up and under move. Lost the first defender, but got blocked by the second. Beloit has the ball. 33-24. Welcome back for the fourth quarter. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, as Southeast of Saline in a hole pretty much this whole game, trying to get their way out of it. But they trail right now, and I don't think it's by coincidence by the deficit they started the game, and that's 11 points.
Yeah, and you're seeing immediately Beloit just pulling the ball out. They're willing to take all the clock they can with every single possession, which is an extremely smart move. Again, we talk about shot clock all the time. I'm a big, I love it. If you build a lead and you're able to do this. As we've seen them, they've already taken off 40 seconds of this fourth quarter.
Well, and what they're trying to do, they're trying to break the defensive pattern here for Southeast, too, right? Southeast is comfortable with the height, with the zone, as Beloit comes up empty. Jacobson all the way to the other end, bumped by Remus, and that time Remus was just a fleck of dirt on the train tracks that Lexi Jacobson was traveling down.
When I love Lexi right there, even with 4 fouls, she knew that she was going to the bucket. She knew that Remus could not get that extra 2 steps ahead of her to set her feet. Lexi continues to drive hard to the bucket. The foul's committed on Remus.
First free throw by Jacobson is up and good. Second foul on Peyton Remus. First foul of the fourth quarter. Anyway, to finish that thought, Beloit knows the Southeast is comfortable in that zone right now, so what they're doing, they are wasting time, but they're also trying to get Southeast to come out and match up.
Without a doubt, and they did a great job right there. They were able to, make that defense kind of shift out of position. They got themselves a shot in the paint, just wasn't a shot that went down. But you'll take that if you're Southeast.
33-26. It is now down to a 7-point game. Remus inside.
Nice
turns
left
and
hand.
scores. Peyton Remus has 9. Here's Pearson now on the left-hand side, dribbled off her left foot and out of bounds. That is the first turnover of the second half on Southeast of Saline.
One, Remus's drive right there. She's great defense from Potacek, but she just went up with the left hand as Brielle was on her right side. Just a strong finish from the senior. So you're seeing right now Southeast kind of just a little bit more pressure, starting to a 3/4 court, maybe full court, man-to-man, out of that zone. We'll see if this can get something going.
Here's Thompson inside, falling back. She'll play it across the paint to Boudreaux. Now Remus inside to Budke. One bounce for Budke. Boy, I hate the 3-second lane call, but some of these Beloit interior players never leave the lane. It is really bad in here in the second half. Here is Pearson with it. She's going to drive underneath the basket, out to Jacobson for a jumper. That is up no good. And now the ball out of bounds. It will go to Beloit. It was poked out of there by Pearson, it looked like.
And again, you're just seeing Beloit attack the defensive rebounds. They're giving 0 second chance opportunities to Southeast, and it's going to be the key. We'll stat it later, and that's going to be what I think is going to be the downfall if Southeast can't come back, just the lack of second chance opportunities.
Remus guarded by Harris. Maddie's going to strip her and take it away. Little shovel pass here to Jacobson. Jacobson up the floor will get another foul. This one will go against Ashlyn Knight. Now it is her 4th. So Jacobson and Knight both have 4 as Beloit commits another turnover.
And again, that's another time where Lexi, just when she gets a full head of steam, you cannot get ahead of her. It looked like Ashlyn did as much as she could do to get her hands straight up, but it was the body that she was called for the foul on as Lexi hits the first one. But just a great heady play from the veteran Lexi Jacobson.
35-27 after the first make for Jacobson. Second free throw coming up, and it's too strong, but it rolls home. What a touch there by Lexi Jacobson. She has this game once again down to 7 points. 35-28. Here's Remus in front of the scores table. Potacek has her pinned, and now they're going to call a body foul on Brielle Potacek. Harris was coming for the trap, just could not quite get there in time before the foul was called.
Yeah, not a horrible foul. I mean, still 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but you got to start building those fouls up sooner or later, especially with the deficit and understanding what Beloit's doing. You got to get close to that 5-foul limit so you can put them in free throws at some point if you need to later in the game.
Just the first on Brielle. Here's Addison Rohr gambling for a steal. Thompson pulls away. She can't get it to go because Jacobson came at the last minute and bothered the shot. Harris has it on the rebound backside. Potacek trying to get a screen from Jacobson. Couldn't find any daylight. Now they swing it other side to Pearson. Pearson will take the baseline. Inside with the trees. Had her shot blocked as she was turned away. Boy, a golden opportunity there for Southeast of Saline as they were down by 7 on that trip. Beloit coming down. A shot might have been partially deflected there by Potacek. Now a baseball pass up the floor. Harris to Jacobson. Jacobson bothered by Butke at the rim. Ball on the floor, but they're going to call a foul on Abba Pearson.
Devin, right now, what Addie Butke's doing down low is just extremely, extremely impressive. We just saw 2 big-time blocks from the junior. She's got great body control. She doesn't get that body in. She's going straight up. Everything's textbook. Really, really difficult shots. 2 blocks for Butke.
And a timeout taken by Beloit. It's a full timeout. We'll step away, not quite halfway through this fourth quarter. 4:56 remains. Beloit leads it by 7 on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Does your free checking put more cash in your account? Does it give you free range access to ATMs nationwide? If not, tap into superpowered free Kasasa cashback checking at the Bank of Tesket. Visit bankoftesket.com to learn more. Member FDIC. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
We're growing your way. We're the Bank of Tesket.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Little full court pressure here by Southeast of Saline out of that Beloit timeout. They have Addison Butke stuck near the timeline. Maddie Harris now will peel off and take Peyton Remus, who has the basketball. 4:39 left to go. Southeast trying to make a push here. So far, though, a couple of big baskets by Peyton Remus have kept Southeast of Saline at distance. She hit a big 3 and then hit at the end of the third quarter, then hit a 2 early in this fourth quarter in the lane. And now a jump ball situation as Abba Pearson dips in to tie up Cassandra Thompson. The arrow will keep it with Beloit.
But right now you're seeing this aggressiveness from Southeast. They know that they got fouls in their pocket. If it's anybody other than Lexi, you're fine. Nobody's in massive foul trouble. So you're going to be super aggressive. Try to get your hands on the basketball and really speed up this Beloit offense.
And right now Lexi Jacobson on the bench as Shauna Smith protecting her with 4 fouls. Here's an up and under move. I don't know how that wasn't a traveling violation. Now the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to keep it with Beloit.
And that's just the ebbs and flows of the game, right? We've talked about there's been some beneficial whistles for Southeast. I think that was a beneficial whistle for Beloit that's going to happen in the flow of the game.
Jacobson comes back in. Southeast still playing defense here. Reagan Duran was down low to assist Jacobson, but now she is left. They go inside to Thompson.
Oh, wow.
Jacobson nearly takes away the entry pass. She does. Jacobson took away the entry pass, but then on the frantic tip out to Reagan Duran, Duran was unable to handle it, and the two teams exchanged turnovers.
And Devin, I hate to love on these officials, but right there, it looked like the Beloit defender was out of position. However, the ball was just everywhere. It's an easy call if you're a Southeast fan to say you want that call, but the ball was never possessed. I think it's a good no call.
File with it. She had Duran all over her. Now Reagan will step off, and she will double team Remus, and they're going to call a foul.
Okay, I take back everything. No, we're joking. They're still doing a great job out there.
Reagan Duran with the foul as she is getting after it defensively.
Okay, and I thought that foul was on Harris, who I saw straight up, but we didn't have a good enough angle on Duran. But right there, when you have a player trapped, and that's something the freshman will learn as she grows, just you have to continue and trust that trap, hands straight up, let your defense work.
I was watching Reagan. I don't know that she did a whole lot to get that foul. I just don't think she earned that foul there. It was a pretty good trap. But how about the fearlessness that she may have had at one point in her varsity life? That's all gone.
Yes.
Here's a foul now by Southeast of Saline as Peyton Remus drives to the paint. She is going to be fouled late on the bump for Southeast of Saline. That will be their 4th team foul. It will go against Abba Pearson. That is her 2nd. Remus free throw is up and good. 10 points now. She's the 3rd Beloit player in double digits. 3:45 left to play. Remus' 2nd free throw is also up and good. Back to a 9-point Beloit lead. Southeast has got it down to 7 a couple of times. Pearson with it. She'll drive to the right-hand elbow out to Potacek. 3-pointer, high arcing shot, hard off the rim. Pearson gets the rebound and then throws it out of bounds. Not sure what happened there to Abba Pearson.
Yeah, it looked like right there she was kind of anticipating Addie Rohr, who was still trying to get position for the offensive rebound to cut that way, and Addie just never saw the basketball coming because she was still trying to get possession. Turnover from Southeast. Costly turnover.
Budke in the backcourt trying to push on Abba Pearson to get her way across. Now she's going to find a wide open Peyton Remus on the back cut. Remus gets the basket and the foul. Addison Rohr came over a little late and tried to help. It was a run and jump situation out high that created that mismatch down low. And the foul on Rohr in the basket here by Remus, who has taken over in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, and that's twice on backdoor cuts from Remus. I mean, it's a coach's kid. You can tell that she kind of understands the game a little bit more than somebody else that might be in her position. Just a great cut, great finish, and she converts the and one opportunity.
She also makes her free throws as well. 3:05 left to go. Back to a 12-point lead for Beloit on a little 5-0 run here after their lead was trimmed it down to 7. Here's Potacek stepping into a 3. Off the backboard, that won't go, and Beloit with another rebound. Southeast scrambling again on defense. Remus picks her dribble up and then goes left to Budke near the sideline. Budke losing her balance, gets rid of it to Thompson. Now File has it. Out to Brecken Boudreau. Back to File. Lost the basketball and traveled with it. That is the 8th second-half turnover on Beloit.
And again, that's how Southeast got back into the game, got it down to 7. But those dead ball turnovers, we talk about them all the time. Those are way easier to handle from a coach's perspective than those live ball turnovers.
Full timeout taken by Southeast of Saline. We'll take it as well. 2:35 left to go on this one. Beloit leading by 12 on KINA.
Stardust Trophy has been a family-owned business in downtown Salina since 1976. That tradition continues today. While Valerie and Wendell may be setting their sights on future vacations, Mallory is ready to serve you with a new name, products, and services. Stardust Awards and more. Personalized items and products for your office, business promotion, wedding, and of course, medals and trophies, plus so much more. Stardust Awards and more in downtown Salina since 1976, serving you at StardustTrophy.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Don't forget, on Friday night, another edition of the High School Basketball Scoreboard Show. It's a weekly recap of everything going on in high school basketball. Scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas for a full hour. That's from 10 until 11 o'clock every Friday night. Right here on KINA, it's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital and Holm Automotive Centers in Abilene and Salina. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here, 2.5 minutes left to play. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline by 12, 40-28, as we are looking in the final couple minutes of this girls contest. Beloit started out in this game leading 11-0. Here's Harris for 3. Okay. Count it.
Just a nice little step back right there. She got her created a little space, dribbling to the left, takes that step back. Great finish right there from Harris.
Here's a collision by Budke and Pearson right in front of the scores table. Pearson went down. Budke kept the accelerator down. 2 minutes left to go. And a foul on Jacobson. Gambling for that ball is her 5th. Dang it.
Yeah, and
gambling for a ball. We've seen her play with 4 fouls for quite some time, but she finally has expired.
Well, and just great minutes that she was able to give Southeast with those 4 fouls right there. That's a ball that she's been going after all night. She's unfortunately got there a little bit late, made contact with the body. 5th foul on Lexi, but now, okay, so what do? You got it within 9, 2 minutes to go. You got to start sending players to the free throw line. You know you don't want to send Remus to the free throw line right now, and you've sent You're sitting Boudreau right now. That's perfect. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfectly fine, but it's not Remus. Anybody other than Remus is fine.
Pregame Boudreau, to your point, at the free throw line, misses on cue. 2 points so far in this game. Second free throw on the way. Got that one to go. 3 points on the night for Boudreau. Now she comes out of the game. Ashlyn Knight checks back in. She has 4 fouls. 41-31, 2 minutes left. Southeast rolls a basketball in. Harris lets it bounce till she gets to half court. Left-hand side, Reagan Duran had to go off her right foot. It's taken away. Peyton Remus now in a race when Maddie Harris strips her, but then it goes out of bounds. Harris with a clean strip that time, but all that momentum just kept going towards the wall, and Southeast of Saline could not get that basketball back. 41-31, Southeast trailing by 10. There's a backside cut that goes to Ashlyn Knight. Reagan Duran committing the foul, and now Southeast of Saline over their limit. Knight will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, a little bit of it's panic mode right now if you're Southeast. You've got to force turnovers from Beloit, and you've got to get down. You don't need threes immediately, but you've got to score every single possession and maybe get some luck to happen for you defensively as that first free throw falls.
Knight's first free throw of the game goes in. She has 3 points. Second one on the way, also good. Southeast back down the floor as Beloit goes back to a 12-point lead. Pearson, Duran, now Addison Roars. They go around the three-point line. Here's Pearson for 3. She got it. And a timeout called by Shauna Smith. We will take it. It's a 30 with 1:35 left to go. Southeast within 9 on KINA.
Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina has been named Dealer Raider in 2023 for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. What's that mean? It means when you buy a vehicle at Home Automotive, you will receive the absolute best in service now for the 11th consecutive year in Abilene and the first for the new Salina location. Home Automotive just keeps exceeding your expectations because you are the number one priority, and that is just one reason why. When you shop at Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina, you're going to be glad you did.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Programming reminder, Kansas City Chiefs football coming your way on Sunday. Kind of a big game. Programming starts, though, along Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl Sunday at 1 o'clock. The Chiefs Radio Network will chime in at 3. Then, of course, we'll have all the game, post-game festivities for you right here Sunday on KINA.
Pencil this in. I mean, Sharpie this in every single
plan on
Super
it. Yeah.
Sunday. Let's just do it.
Had a lot of people asking me about that KUK State basketball game last night. I'm like, I don't even know what college basketball is at this point.
Don't care yet.
I'm living NFL. 90 seconds left to go. Here's a tripping foul that will be called on Maddie Harris. Her and Remus got tagged up, and Remus will go to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Maddie Harris picks up her second foul.
When you saw immediately when the ball was to Ashlyn Knight, they're trying to commit the foul. And again, we just saw Ashlyn bang 2 in a row, but you don't want to foul Remus. Remus steps to the free throw line, buries the first free throw.
She has not missed, not only in the fourth quarter, but also in the game. She is 6 of 6 from the free throw line. She missed that one. Duran had a chance.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Addison Roar had a chance. It ends up being Reagan Duran with the rebound. 78 seconds left to go. Potacek, Pearson, now Duran. Duran wants to drive baseline, gets to the cup. She's hammered, and Reagan Duran will go to the free throw line. A chance for Southeast to score here with the clock stopped. And Addison Roar coming over to the bench, and she is bleeding. Yeah, Addison came out of that free throw situation down here. That's why the ball came out funny. Addison turned and got smacked right in the middle of the face. And Reagan Duran was able to keep that ball in bounds and bring it to the offensive end where she now stands at the free throw line. So you're down Lexi Jacobson because of fouls. You're down Addison Roar, who has to go to the locker room here.
And Devin, you talk about playing the game. You talk about what sports teach you. I love Lexi Jacobson was the first person with the medical kit that ran it to Addison Roar. Like, I mean, it's a senior who fouled out. Obviously, you know, wants a better result going on right now, but just to show the character of Lexi Jacobson right now to take care of her teammates.
Duran missed both of the free throws. Here's a rebound down inside for Maddie Harris. Got stripped on the putback, but she comes back out to Reagan for a 3. Off the backboard, it nearly went in. That was a shot that had a couple of chances to fall in, but it did not. And now the rebound to Beloit inside of a minute left to go. And Abba Pearson, trying to get the ball from Peyton Remus, commits a foul.
Yeah, now you can't pick and choose right now if you're Southeast who you're fouling. It's got to be whoever has the basketball. And again, Beloit knows exactly where to give the basketball. They know to give it to Remus, who's almost automatic from the free throw line.
Free throw is up, and it's no good. She has missed 2 in a row. She is 0% on her last 2 tries.
There you go.
How's that?
And we'll take it.
And now she is not 0% anymore. Still high percentage for Peyton Remus at the free throw line. 54 seconds left to play. There's a long shot put up by Maddie Harris. That's no good for 3. Remus falls down with the basketball. Toe on the line. It will be Southeast ball.
Well, Devin definitely needs some help now. You need some help for this NCAA League run to continue. I mean, Beloit goes to Minneapolis very, very soon. I know that's a big matchup you got to look for, but you still have to take care of your own self right now if you're Southeast. It's a tough loss on the road. It's a Tuesday night. Still got a big week ahead of you. Thursday night, Republic County. Friday, another huge NCAA League showdown against Minneapolis.
Minneapolis is at home tonight playing Ellsworth. Taking some housekeeping opportunities here to make a clean spot on the floor. 45-34, Beloit leading it. Southeast with the ball. Quick bounce off the inbounds to Harris. Now Durant has it. They'll come back to Potacik, but she is being shadowed by a couple of Beloit players. Harris now stuck with it. Now Potacik, sidestep for a 3. That's no good. Harris comes in for the rebound, and she now is hit right in the nose. So free throws coming up for Maddie Harris.
And I think there's still one away, it looks like.
Oh, yep, you're right.
And right there you just saw Beloit scrambling defensively, not carrying about any 2-point shots. They had so many players outside of the 3-point range just flying after Southeast offensive players. Maddie Harris just slides in there. Really tough offensive rebound, goes up and gets hacked.
Durant off the inbounds. Harris, step back 3. She's kind of laughing. That's the athleticism of Maddie Harris. She had all the chance in the world to make that shot. Here's Pearson now for 3 from the right-hand side. Abba Pearson with 9 points in this game, but Southeast just running out of time here. They're going to get it down to 8, and that's going to be about it as the clock is down to 12, down to 10, and Beloit applauding their Beloit Lady Trojans as they have done a big thing here. They have knocked off Southeast of Saline 45-37. For Southeast of Saline, they will drop to 10-5 overall. That's their second loss in league play as they go to 4-2. For the Beloit Trojans, they are now 13-4 overall, and they will go securely now to the top of league play at 7-1. Once again, our final score, 45-37, Beloit over Southeast of Saline in the girls contest. When we come back, we'll have postgame for you. It's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damage. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Saline.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Saline Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at SalinePainClinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Time now for the Trojan postgame show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here in postgame, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers in Salina. It's a win for Beloit, 45-37, as they salvage a season split with Southeast of Saline. Beloit now 13-4 overall. They're 7-1 in league play. Southeast of Saline 10-5 overall. They are 4-2 in league play. And tonight I think we can really dial into one problem in this game, Tyler, and that is starting out down 11-0.
Yeah, just kind of dug a hole that was a bit too deep. It took so much energy to kind of fight back, and we're never able to kind of get back in the game. We saw stretches in that third quarter where it looked like maybe, you get it in single digits, you got it to 7, but could just never get over that hump. You sped Beloit up a little bit, but never enough to kind of feel like you could get in the driver's seat. Beloit was in the driver's seat all night. Southeast kind of the passenger, just trying to heckle, trying to make things happen, but could just never after that big hole they dug. Southeast got it to within 9 at one point in the second quarter. They got it down to 7 a couple of times in the fourth quarter, but Beloit ends up winning by 8, 45-37. Leading all scorers tonight, Peyton Remus with 16 points. She scores 9 of those in the fourth quarter. 2 other Lady Trojans from Beloit in double digits, Addison Budke with 12, Cassandra Thompson with 10. 4 points for Ashla Knight and 3 points off the bench for Brecken Boudreau. For Southeast of Saline, they were led in scoring tonight by Lexi Jacobson. Even though Lexi was saddled with foul trouble most of the night, she still ends up in double digits with 11, 9 for Maddie Harris, 9 for Abigail Pearson, 6 for Brielle Potachik, and 2 off the bench for Reagan Duran. Southeast of Saline, 8 of 13 from the free throw line for 62%. Beloit, 12 of 16 for 75%. Southeast won the turnover battle as well. They only had 8 turnovers, forcing Beloit into 14 turnovers. And I just think there wasn't a lot in this game that we can count to and just point at Southeast that where glaring mistakes were made and where they were doing something really wrong. Man, they just got off to a slow start. They did, and I don't know if we kind of made it clear how difficult it was to score inside against those bigs against Beloit. I mean, just so many shots. Budke had 6 or 7 blocks, let alone how many shots she altered. I think of a stretch that she had where she had a big block on Pearson and a big block on Duran, and both blocks, that's exactly how you teach your offensive players to attack the rim. But she's 6'1", and she knows how to use her body. I mean, she's a fantastic game. She's long, she's lanky. Excuse me, as difficult as she was on the offensive side early, man, she made her presence felt the entire night defensively.
That will do it for the girls' contest. Tyler, thank you very much, my friend. We will see you later on in the week. 45-37, Southeast of Saline takes the loss here on the girls' side. We will now turn the corner and give you the pregame for the guys' contest. It's game number 2 of our doubleheader, and it's coming up. Southeast of Saline takes on the number 1 team in the state. It's the Beloit Trojans. That's coming up when we come back. A revisit with a conversation we had earlier tonight with head coach Bryson Flax. We are 9.5 minutes away from starting lineups and the tip for the guys' contest. It's coming up right here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the number 1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Lynell Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi, fans. It's Lynell Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Lynell at SalinaHomes.com.
Time now to look ahead to the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Of course, it is Southeast of Saline's guys as they will take on the number 1 team in Class 3A in the Beloit Trojans. Time now to talk to Bryson Flax about that contest coming up. And, Coach, before we talk a little bit here about Beloit and your league contest tonight, let's flash back to Friday night. A home defense of your home court, 59-44 over the Chapman Irish. What'd you see on this game when you went back and looked at it over the weekend?
I thought we were, pretty tough defensively. We did some pretty good things on that end of the floor. We rebounded really well, I thought, and then on the offensive end, I didn't think we settled. I thought we were aggressive to the rim, which was a goal going in. We wanted to make sure that we were aggressive going to the rim and then work inside out. We were able to do that, and it makes a big difference when you hit shots when you're at the rim, and we were able to do that. And so I liked it. I thought it was a step forward even from, I thought Sacred Heart game was a step forward. I thought we took another step forward in Chapman. And, again, we talked about it all year. We just have to keep taking those steps.
This is a busy week for you, and arguably, and maybe even not arguably, the weight of the schedule for this week is here tonight, where you play the number 1 team in the state and a team that just seemingly has gotten better as the season's gone along. Then later on, you have home games with Republic County and Minneapolis, 2 of the lower teams in the NCAA. But this game here tonight is going to be very important for you. As far as coming off that Chapman game, how much momentum do you hope to capture? I know you want to carry everything over, but there's trends starting to happen with this team, right? I mean, and knowing how to attack the rim, knowing, to me, just how to be resilient. Chapman would come back a couple times, make little pushes in this game, but your guys just kind of seem to be calm and just about their business.
Yeah, definitely. Our goal is to make sure that, we're as good as we can, over the course of this next month. And so, what that looks like, we don't really know, other than hopefully we're efficient offensively. We get after it and battle defensively. And then, situational play, we're good. If that's, small lead with a short amount of time, small deficit with a short amount of time, or whatever that looks like, we want to make sure we're learning and trying to just build off of it.
Situations, what to do at the right time, in the right situation. That's maybe the hardest thing to teach a team that doesn't have a lot of court experience on the varsity floor, isn't it? I mean, is that something that you set up situations in practice? Is it something that you talk about a lot of stuff during film? I mean, how do you go about doing that? Obviously, it's a tall task.
Yeah, and you can do a lot of stuff in practice, but it doesn't, you can't simulate what happens when they're playing someone else and the speed of that and the length and athleticism. So, it's basically, remembering points in games, talking points, walking through those things in practice. We walked through about 4 or 5 things that we saw from the Chapman game in practice, just so everyone was aware of what, we were looking at. And then, we got to be in it. We got to be in those situations. And I knew that it was going to take a little time for these guys to gel and understand and fill roles and do all that. And of course, I'd like to win more games than we have. But, we still got a lot of basketball yet to play. So we just, like I said, make sure that, we're taking steps to be better over the course of this next month. Rather than, early on in the year.
We talk about some of the height, some of the length that the Southeast girls right now they're having to contend with. That doesn't going to change when we come to the guys contest. Obviously, we know the names. We know Weisner and people like that, and Eli Johnson. You got Brody Litton come off the bench. This is a big, big team. They get off the bus. They look like a JUCO team. I mean, and they're really going to be up in the clouds, kind of, so to speak. But you guys gave them one of their closest wins, if that makes sense, of the season. Played them very close at your place. 44-40 was the final score. Not only was the point total down where you like to play so far this season, but you guys had a chance to win that game.
Yeah, and in terms of the height, I've got 4 or 5 gallon jugs in the locker room that I'm going to fill up and take home to my kids so they don't deal with the unfortunate of being, small like I am, height-wise. So, no, but yeah, we battled against Beloit. We really did.
Yeah.
Right? It was one of those games early on that you were like, dang, we could be pretty good.
Yeah.
We could really be pretty good. And we didn't follow it up, and that was the biggest disappointment is we struggled at that moment to follow up good times with better times. It was always, we were having something good happen to us and then taking a step back, and then we'd, exceed where we were and then take another step back. And so Beloit's really good. You don't win 15 games, especially out of 16. You don't win 15 in a season unless you're good, and then to do it 15 out of 16 is obviously really good, and they're tough. They're inside out. They defend. They're defending harder than they probably ever have, and Ryan Eilert's got them playing, man, and it's going to be a challenge for us.
What do you want to see most from your guys tonight?
We just want to compete, take a step forward, compete. We're gonna have to be good on the glass, and make sure we're not giving them a bunch of opportunities, try and make them a little uncomfortable and see what happens, but really just focus on going out and competing.
Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Yep, thanks, Devin.
Bryson Flax, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight taking on the number 1 team in Class 3A.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Saline Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Saline Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salineortho.com.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Salina Post and KINA, your home for all things Trojan. The Southeast of Saline Trojan sports stream live on the Salina Post, and you can always listen at 910 AM, 107.5 FM, or at 910KINA.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back here to Beloit High School. Devin Haney along with Francis Flax now as we have turned the corner, getting ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader. It's the guys' turn here to Southeast of Saline, visiting the number 1 ranked team according to the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association in the state of Kansas in Class 3A, the Beloit Trojans. Coach, this is a big game here. 15-1 Beloit team. 7-0 in league play. 14-2 South Sacred Heart. Ellsworth 13-2. Southeast is 7-7. That's your top echelon right now of the NCAA. And really in the last 10 days, Beloit's had a couple of big wins here on their home floor. They were able to dispatch of Ellsworth and also Sacred Heart here a week ago.
Yeah, I watched the Sacred Heart game on the computer, and I tell you, until the fourth quarter, Sacred Heart had actually midway through the fourth quarter, Sacred Heart had that game in hand and let it slip away from them. But, hey, the Beloit's, they're big. They've got 7 or 8 seniors, and they're good inside and outside.
Sometimes the mix that you've been stirring for 2 or 3 years really comes together really, really well, and that's what's happened for Ryan Eilert here. He has a nice mix of guard play, big guys inside. They are playing probably now better than what they have this year. I was talking to one of the Beloit's radio guys here, in John Swanson, and he said our big guys have really, really started playing well after the holiday break. Their only loss so far, I believe, is to one of the Olathe scores. I believe it was Olathe Northwest in the midseason tournament out in Colby, and we will go over this Beloit team that has so far just 1 loss on the season. For Ryan Eilert tonight, he will start Noah Gerstner, a 5'9" senior point guard, an all-league selection from a year ago. Gerstner averages 10.5 points per game. Also, Quinn Eilert, an all-league selection from a year ago. He's a 6'3" senior, averages 8.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. Jackson Cheney, a 6'1" junior guard, 5 points, 2 rebounds a game. Then a couple of Twin Towers on the inside. Eli Johnson, a 6'5" junior, he averages 11 points a game, 7 rebounds. And the leading scorer on this Beloit team, Bryce Beisner, a 6'7" senior, averaging 17.5 points per game, also 8.5 rebounds. For Southeast of Saline, under the direction of head coach Bryson Flax, assisted by Trent Douglas and Joe Ross, they come in at 7-7. They'll start 3 seniors, led by Connor Castleman, a 6-foot senior, 4.5 points per game, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Daniel Carey, 6-foot senior, it's Captain Care, 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He leads the team in assists. Britton Leeds, a 6'5" senior, 6.5 points per game, also 5.5 rebounds, leading the team in rebounding and an assist per contest. Lone Jr. leading the team in scoring. 6'1 junior Owen Bailey, 12 points a game, 2 rebounds. And Gannon Jacobson leads the team in steals at 11.5 points per game, also 4 rebounds and 2 assists. We'll step away. When we come back, we'll have basketball for you at Southeast of Saline and Beloit coming up right here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Troublesome car repair and everyone has told you it cannot be fixed or it's way too expensive? Try McKim Auto Service in Gypsum, Kansas. They do quick, dependable work and provide the lowest hourly rate in the area. McKim Auto will service your vehicle from front to back and everything in between. They treat you and your car like a friend or even family. McKim Service specializes in engine and transmission rebuilds. 701 Maple, Gypsum, Kansas. Wouldn't trust anyone else with my family car. So, if your repair seems grim, remember McKim. Give them a call today to make your appointment.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Back here at Beloit, Devin Haney along with Francis Flax. You've heard the starters. We are just about ready for the tip. Francis Flax, your keys to success, brought to you by New Image Audio.
Well, I had to get my phone flashlight out because it's a little dark up here where we're at.
That's what happens when you're in the luxury box.
Yeah. Well, we have to play like we have nothing to lose. That's the number one thing. We have to try to be consistent for 4 quarters. And the last thing, almost an impossible task, is limit their second chance points.
Tip is up. Beloit wearing their white home jerseys, orange numerals trimmed in black. Southeast of Saline playing defense to start out here, wearing their purple jerseys trimmed in white and black as well. Deep post entry to Beisner. He turns, can't get it to go. The rebound off Castleman and Kerr goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Beloit. Low scoring game, coach, first time out, 44-40. Southeast had a chance to win that game as they were very close in the fourth quarter. What translated into that game you think the Southeast can do here tonight?
Well, Beloit's much improved, but so are we.
Yeah.
So, you know, the thing is, if we can just maintain, just like right there, get the rebound, don't let them have a second chance, limit their opportunities, I think we have a good chance. Of course, we have to be able to score the basketball.
Yep, absolutely. It comes down to that. We know Southeast defense is going to show up for the most part. They have all year. This is a Southeast crew only gives up about 45 points a game. Gannon Jacobson got a rebound there. He was bumped into by Eli Johnson. The first foul of the game belongs to Johnson. Southeast now on offense for the first time tonight. Wearing their purple jerseys, they'll swing it back to the left-hand side to Jacobson. Gannon Jacobson out to Kerr, who will try a 3. That's too strong. Took a bounce off the rim, then the backboard, and Eli Johnson cleaned it up for Beloit. Coming up the left-hand sideline now, Gerstner has it. Little misdirection pass inside to Beisner, who has a fadeaway, and it's good. At 6'7", when you can hit a fadeaway mid-lane like that, that's almost impossible to stop.
Yeah, he was well defended by Brenton on that play. He just faded away and put it up there, soft touch, went right in.
Leads with it. Now Jacobson, far corner. Daniel Kerr. Radio broadcast paired with live stream video free of charge right now for you on SalinaPost.com. That's brought to you by Salina Ortho. Here's a shot by Bailey. That's no good. Put back by Kerr is no good. Put back by Leeds is no good. And now a foul will be called here against Beloit. It's going to go on Jackson Cheney.
Well, we had a couple good looks at the basket that time. I'm glad to see us go after those offensive boards.
Leads with it now to Castleman. Castleman runs right into the chest of Johnson, plays it back out top of the circle to Kerr. About 90 seconds into this game. Southeast just being patient, trying to be surgical here on their second possession. Here's Kerr driving to the basket, throws one up, fading away on the left-hand side. Not a good shot there as Beloit pulls away the rebound. Gerstner with it. Starts out on the left, now floats back middle of the floor. Little handoff there to Quinn Eilert. Eilert gave it up, now he gets it back, now into Cheney. And a pass inside on the lob to Johnson. Johnson was stripped, and the baseline official is going to call a foul.
Yeah, we had good defense there. As soon as that pass went in there, we had 3 defenders on him. I thought it was just knocked out of bounds, but evidently we must have got some of his arm.
Jacobson got called for the foul. It is on the floor. And now Ryan Eilert up, objecting to that.
Well, he's begging for a shot. There's a shot attempt on that foul.
Yeah,
definitely wasn't.
That foul came way underneath the goal. It was more towards the baseline than it was at the rim. Here's Gerstner with it to Cheney. They swing it around the horn now. Eilert high post entry to Beisner. Now he gets it back. Eilert pulls up on the baseline. His shot is no good. Rebounded going into the hands of Connor Castleman. Still 2-0 Beloit. Southeast of Saline looking for their first points now on their third offensive trip of the game. Jacobson holds it. Now goes to Leeds in 3-point territory. Down to Castleman. Connor with a little skip and a dribble. Comes back to the near side. Bailey with it. Here's Jacobson. Quick trigger 3. Buried it. Gannon Jacobson. It amazes me as he keeps developing, Coach, how quick his release has become.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look like he had that much space, but he caught the ball and it was gone before the defender could even move toward him.
Southeast of Saline with their first score takes their first lead of the game. 3 minutes in, it's 3-2. Here's a lob over everything to Beisner. Beisner catches the ball, tries to make a move, and they're going to say a foul on the floor. I believe this is going to go against Daniel Kerr. It's his first.
Well, that's unfortunate. He had we had good position on him. Yeah, real good position on him.
And you almost take a deep breath and think if the game's going to be called like that, it's going to be a long night. Here's a shot now put up by Eilert over Kerr. Quinn Eilert gets his first basket of the night. 4-3 Beloit. Here's Jacobson going baseline and a really crafty shot as he went coasting in. Had to almost reach back into the field of play as he was underneath the basket and got it off the rim. Maddie Harris had a shot like that in the girls' game. That was pretty amazing. 5-4, Southeast of Saline. Jacobson for Southeast with all 5. Here's Gerstner now with a 3-pointer.
Well,
you can't let him get going.
No, we know Gerstner can shoot the basketball. We're sagging in quite a bit when they throw it into the post, and that time they threw it into the post and got it right back outside.
7-5, Noah Gerstner putting Beloit up by 2 here. Castleman now with it on the left-handed drive. Gets to the basket, can't get the basket to go. Jacobson fighting for it, but it's going to be picked up here by Cheney. And he will play it back to the middle here on a right-handed dribble. Halfway through the first period. 7-5, Beloit with the basketball. They're leading by 2. Eilert on the left wing. Free throw line extended. Now plays it back around. Gerstner wants another one. That one glances off the front of the rim. Bounces to the near corner in front of the Southeast bench. And Daniel Kerr there to take the basketball for Southeast. Kerr with instructions from his head coach, Bryson Flax, as now he walks it up across the orange and black Trojan logo here on Beloit's home court. Kerr with it. Now to Owen Bailey. And they're going to have a offensive foul called away from the ball on Britton Leeds. His first.
Well, I didn't see it.
New to the gym here in Beloit, I got to say something about it because it's just kind of there. That's a huge video board that they've installed here. They still have their traditional 2 scoreboards opposite ends of the floor. And I'm not sure what this video board actually really does.
Well, it hasn't done anything since I've been here.
That's why it bothers
me. The girls' game.
Yeah. I mean, Abilene has nice video boards, but they show replays and player features and all kinds of stuff, commercials. I'm not sure what this one does. And maybe it just got installed. We'll give them time.
Well, it sure is nice looking.
When we come back from now, Coach, that thing better do stuff. Here's Southeast now with the basketball as they are on their offensive end, trailing by 2. It's been a quick moving first quarter. Here's Owen Bailey hanging in the lane. Has to contend with all that height. Beisner has gone out, but it doesn't get any better as Brody Litton comes in. He's a 6'6" sophomore. A little bit wider than Beisner, too, as well. He's got a little more on his bones. Here's a coast into the basket on the right-hand side by Quinn Eilert. He picks up his second basket, and Beloit's lead is 4. 9-5. Castleman with it. Couple ball fakes. Now he plays it to Leeds. Now to Kerr. Kerr wants to drive. He goes out to Jacobson on the kick. Three-pointer on the way. Won't go down. A couple of Beloit Trojans in there going for the rebound, and it's going to end up in the lap of Gerstner. Going the other way. His three-pointer no good. The long rebound off the right hand of Owen Bailey and out of bounds in that far corner. It's going to stay here with Beloit. Omar Calzada jumps up off the bench along with Grady Gebhardt. They will replace Leeds and Owen Bailey. Beisner back in. Now Eli Johnson out for Beloit. So it's Beisner and Litton on the inside for the homestanding Beloit Trojans. Beisner trying a three, and he splashes it home. Boy, if he can do that on a consistent basis, that is a problem.
Yeah, that was a nice shot, man. He was out there way beyond the three-point line.
Biggest lead of the game so far here by Beloit. It's 12-5. Gebhardt has it on the left wing. Swings it back around now. It ends up with Kerr on the right-hand side of the floor. Close to that Beloit bench. Kerr will back down Eilert. Now play it out to Calzada for a 17-footer. That one rips the net. Omar Calzada gets his first basket of the game.
It was a nice drive by Danny. Got cut off. Pitched it out to an open man. Bucket.
Beisner down low, turning on the baseline. Appeared to get himself under the basket, but was able to maneuver back in. Gets the contact and the basket, and he'll have a chance here at a three-point play.
Yeah, he's a load. That's all there is to it. He's very crafty. He's got good footwork and a soft touch.
Beisner was 7 here early on. Omar Calzada takes the foul for Southeast of Saline. That is his first. On the Trojans of Southeast, it is their 4th team foul with 1:16 left to play here in the first quarter. Beisner's free throw up too strong, no good. Litton with the offensive rebound. He'll keep it on the offensive end for Beloit.
Well, you don't like to see give a second chance on a free throw attempt.
Right. Here's Litton on the inside, coasting to the basket. Can't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound and puts it in. Brody Litton with 2. Jacobson brings it up for Southeast. Now Southeast trailing by 9, and a foul called against Beloit. Kirby Davis, Britton Leeds in. They will replace Castleman and Calzada for Southeast of Saline. That last foul on Beloit, Lancelin Dean. His first, just came in off the bench. Jacobson set to inbounds, nearly had it taken away. They're going to say Jacobson was still on the baseline. I don't know that he was. He was a ways out on the floor.
The ball was touched. He jumped into the playing area and then retrieved it off of the touch by Beloit.
First turnover for Southeast. The first turnover of this game. 45 seconds left to go. Beloit trying to extend on their 9-point lead here early on. Beisner with it, guarded by Kerr. Now Cheney trying to drive baseline, shut off there by Leeds. Out to Gerstner, who will shoot the 3. That's no good. Rebound off the hand of Litton. Now it's loose. Gebhardt will pick it up and go the other way. Grady Gebhardt stops, plays it to Kirby Davis. 16 seconds on the clock. Jacobson for 3. That one's off the back of the rim, no good. And they're going to call a foul on Leeds, going up over a Beloit rebounder. I believe he was over Litton that time.
Well, all I'll say about that is you've got to call it the same on both ends of the court. I saw number 42 for Beloit twice the last possession do the same thing.
And to make things worse, Beloit will get free throws out of this opportunity. 16-7, a chance to extend up on that. Litton at the free throw line. His first free throw misses. Owen Bailey is coming into the game for the last 12 seconds. He will replace Britton Leeds, who has 2 early fouls here. Britton fought off foul trouble on Friday night against Chapman.
Yeah, he sure did. Well, Chapman had a guy down low that was a load also.
Litton makes the second free throw after missing the first. 10 seconds left. Here comes Southeast trailing by 10. It's been the biggest lead so far for Beloit. Kerr trying to get to the cup, and he is going to be fouled. So Southeast will inbound it here underneath their own basket. 3.8 left to work as Litton gets the foul, his first. Lob pass out to Kirby Davis. Fakes the handoff to Kerr. Still has it. He's going to have to shoot it here. Get Jacobson in a bad spot. Gannon had to put it up at the buzzer. And that is an empty possession for Southeast of Saline. Beloit leads it at the end of one by 10. 17-7 as we go to second quarter action. It's coming up when we come back. Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball here on the road in Beloit on KINA.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Salina Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salinaortho.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Starting second quarter action, Southeast of Saline has the basketball. They trail by 10 to the number one ranked team in Class 3A. Here's Grady Gebhardt with a left side three. That's no good. And the rebound taken in by Eilert for Beloit, and a foul called against Southeast of Saline. A lot of fouls.
A lot of fouls.
Kirby Davis will take this foul. It's his first. Well, full court pressure here by Southeast of Saline. Beloit gets it in to Beisner. Guarded by Davis now in the backcourt. Comes Beisner across the center court stripe, left hand. Now looking to hand it off. He does so to Gerstner. Gerstner now works his way back towards the middle of the floor, finds Eilert. Lob pass over the top to Johnson. He's up off the window and good. Little resistance there by the Southeast defense as Eli Johnson scores his first basket of the game.
Well, they're really big on the inside, and they all have a good shooting touch.
Southeast with it.
And they keep their eye on the bucket the whole time they're shooting the ball.
Yeah, and that's really what's impressive. Here's Jacobson driving, and he puts one up off the window and good. Jacobson trying to keep Southeast in this thing. He has 7 of their 9 points so far. Boy with it back, deep post entry into Beisner. Takes a curl into the lane, gets his own rebound off the miss, now loses it out of bounds off of what might have been another opportunity, and Southeast is going to get the ball back here.
Well, there's another deal where they called the foul over the back on one end and didn't call it on the other end.
Right.
Must be consistent both ways.
And we saw from the same crew multiple times in the girls' game where Southeast was in position, they just weren't blocking out enough, and Beloit was able to go up over them and get the ball without a call. And, you know, that's kind of what Tyler Smith and I talked about. You got to block out a little bit more when you're undersized like that.
Sure do.
Southeast has the basketball here. It's 19-9 Beloit. Kerr with it. Gebhardt, now Bailey. Bailey will pull the trigger from dead away. Top of the circle three. That's no good.
Got to hit a couple of those.
Here comes Beloit back the other way. Skip pass over everything. Ends up with Jackson Cheney. Now up top to Beisner. Quick touch inside to Johnson. Back out to Cheney. A little triangle there going. And it's going to be a miss. Jacobson brings it away. Gannon Jacobson had a 1-on-4 break. He's going to stop and hand it back to Gebhardt here. 5:40 left to play in the second quarter. Bailey back out to Gebhardt. Grady will play it to Kerr. His three-pointer is up. No good. And the bounce coming out to Owen Bailey. Bailey, a little hesitation. Teardrop along the baseline. That won't go. And the rebound taken in by Beloit. Here comes Gerstner with it. Try to bounce pass to Beisner on the right side of the lane, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say Beisner lost it, and it's Southeast ball. 2 turnovers here on Beloit in this quarter. They still lead it by 10. Southeast so far with just 1 turnover.
Well, Beloit's kind of settled in a little bit, and we have to take advantage of that right now by scoring a couple buckets.
Still 5:16 left to go here in the second quarter. Kirby Davis has it. High wing on the right-hand side. Plays it to Castleman, now Kerr. Owen Bailey has it back. Kerr with the bounce up high. Lost the handle there momentarily. Looking for help. He'll find Connor Castleman. Small lineup in there right now for Southeast of Saline. Calzada and Leeds both on the bench. Bailey surveying. Has Kirby Davis off the cut down low. Now back out to Bailey. Here's Kerr now on the drive. Has Johnson step up to him. Castleman all the way to the basket, and a block late there by Beloit. It looked like Joel Rexroad, a 5'9" sophomore, came over and got the deflection.
Yeah, Castleman, if he could have got another step, it would have been a bucket. He had to kind of hop step and had to let it go a little bit far away from the bucket and got it blocked.
Grady Gebhardt checks out. Omar Calzada checks in. Omar gets the inbounds pass, hands it off to Owen Bailey. Bailey to the bucket, can't get the roll, and it's going to be Beisner cleaning up the rebound for Beloit. We approach the halfway mark of the second quarter, and Southeast of Saline slaps another entry pass that was coming into Litton out of bounds. It will stay here with Beloit.
You know, we're doing a lot better job this second quarter on cutting off that inside, but we're not able to score.
Right. Now a foul called. I'm not sure where this is coming from. Maybe they called Calzada in the back of Beisner. It's a second foul on Southeast, and it is Calzada, his second. And a turnover for Beloit, their third. Calzada scoops it up. Here comes Kerr now. Testing that left-hand side. Eilert there to shut him down. Now plays it out to Castleman, who's stuck in the corner. Took a dribble and got out of there and played it back to Kerr. Kerr has some distance for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. He is 0 of 3 from the three-point line. 3:49 left to play, second period. There's Eilert on the right-hand side. He'll pull up, try to get one off the window. That won't go down. And Daniel Kerr gets the rebound for Southeast. Everybody just kind of at a standstill right now. We've played 4.5 minutes. We've only had 2 points combined.
Yeah, we need to score some buckets. Like I said, they're waiting on us.
That's a good way to put it. Davis with it. Now Kerr, Calzada. Now back to Kerr. Skip through a seam. Goes to Kirby Davis, but he takes a couple dribbles to nowhere. Out to Bailey. His three-pointer is no good. Quinn Eilert with the rebound. Now Ryan Eilert has seen enough of his offense, and he's going to call a timeout before they get to the other end. Full timeout, we'll take it as well. 3:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Beloit leading it by 10 here on KINA.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan sports program.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Devin Haney, Francis Flax back here at Beloit High School. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline. 2:57 left to go in the second quarter. It's 19-9. Each team has scored just 2 points here in this second quarter. Bryce Beisner with it. Now he plays it out to Jackson Cheney. Beisner gets it back along the baseline. He'll go to the basket, and just a crafty move to get to the other side of the rim and get it on the backside. Beisner now with 9.
He made a nice move. He got around Brenton Leeds, and then our help defense was late getting there, and he crossed under the bucket.
They're going to call another moving screen here, a foul away from the ball. And this is going to be on Brenton Leeds, and it's his third. It's the second time he's been caught with that call. Bryson Flax asking why that call was made and for a better explanation. It's easy for the official to say my fault, but Leeds still has 3 fouls. Here's Castleman now high for the rebound off the Beloit miss. 21-9, our score. Southeast in a drought here. Bailey trying to end it with an 18-footer off the front of the rim. That's no good.
I don't think we've hit a 3-point attempt since Castleman hit the first one of the game.
Yeah, Jacobson, yeah.
First
shot of the game gave Southeast a 3-2 lead. Here's Beisner with a little head and shoulder fake. Now he plays it to Cheney. And Beloit will turn it over. 4 turnovers here in this quarter for Beloit. They still lead it here by 12, just Southeast unable to put the ball in the hole here. They have 2 points in the quarter from Gannon Jacobson, who has 7 of their 9 points. 21-9. Here's Castleman wanting to drive. Goes into the towers again, and Johnson there to bother him. Shot comes off strong to the backside. Beloit has it back. 1:25 left to go. Try to hook up with Shauna Smith here at the break. Here's a steal by Gannon Jacobson. 1-on-2 down the floor, and he gets the layup on the left-hand side of the basket. Gannon Jacobson scores again off of another Beloit turnover. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. 1:16 left to play. 10-point game. Beloit leading Southeast here on KINA.
The Farmall 25SC subcompact tractor from Case IH is a smarter, simpler, all-purpose machine that combines the utility and durability of a larger tractor with an intuitive, compact design, power and maneuverability, plus adaptable performance and no-worry maintenance, all in one convenient package. Get your compact can-do Farmall 25SC at Can Equip in Salina.
Can equip you. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
76 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Devin Haney, Francis Flax back here at Beloit High School. Beloit has the basketball and a 10-point lead, 21-11. We'll have some scores for you coming up at the half. Some girls' finals that have come in on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. If you missed it earlier tonight, Beloit's girls were able to defeat Southeast of Saline and retain the top spot in league play. Here's a near steal by Owen Bailey. Beloit, though, kept it as he saved it, falling out of bounds. Inside a minute left to go. Here's Gerstner for 3. That's no good from the baseline. Kerr with the rebound as he was able to hold off Eilert. 38 seconds left. Jacobson draws in the defense, plays it out to Kerr. Now over to Castleman. His 3, no good. Jacobson will tap it out, though, to Owen Bailey. Skip pass over to Calzada. Now back to Kerr, top of the circle. 24 seconds left. Daniel Kerr all the way to the cup on the right-hand side. Gets the basket to go down. Kerr's first basket. He had 11 against Beloit back in December.
Well, we've got to have some help for Gannon, that's for sure.
High post to Beisner. Clock running down. 5 seconds left. Wide open inside is Quinn Eilert. He has a half a dozen. Good find there by Beisner, and we're at the end of the quarter. 23-13, our score as we go to halftime. Beloit had a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter. They take that into halftime. When we come back, numbers from the first half, have a conversation with head coach Shauna Smith about the Southeast of Saline girls, and look more at other scores around the area. 23-13, our score. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline at the break here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Juanelle Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi, fans. It's Juanelle Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Juanelle at SalinaHomes.com.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime, it's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. 23-13 our score here at the break of the guys contest. It is Beloit leading by 10. Shauna Smith joins us now as we get a chance to flash back to the Lady Trojans contest earlier tonight. And it was Beloit with an 8-point lead, 45-37 in that contest. And Coach, I don't know that you guys did a whole lot that was glaring or wrong or things that just went haywire for you. It was just that start, man. You could not score, and Beloit was able to take some opportunities on some second chance scoring and get you in a hole 11-0. I don't know other than that you did a whole lot wrong, but second chance points were a problem early on.
Yep, and that's kind of one of our keys to the game was to rebound and box out, and it put us in a hole that we couldn't never get out of.
Yeah. Defense was good tonight, especially down the stretch. I just want to talk about Lexi Jacobson because she got some fouls early on in this game. You actually had her back in the game really, really early with 3 fouls, then 4 fouls. She continued to play through them, and not only play, but play pretty well. Lexi's effort tonight was pretty darn good, but it's just, again, some of the shooting woes from the outside that you've been battling a little bit internally. You win against Chapman on Friday night. Was the shooting great? Probably not. It's just one of those things. You're just in a little bit of a shooting funk right now. Yeah, and I would definitely say that, I thought Lexi came out and did what she usually does, and she got into the lane. Our other kids weren't getting into the lane. She just was driving the basket because their kids weren't going to step out on her. I thought Lexi did a really good job, and then said we put her back in with 3 fouls in the first half because we're like, we don't want to get down by too much, and well, she's already sitting on the bench. All of a sudden, you're kind of clawed back in there, and so when we got our fourth, kind of did the same thing because what we're going to lose at that point. And she did a good job, but once she fouled out, it just kind of felt like that energy that she had kind of went the other way. Talk about your defense. When you went to the zone in the second half, I thought you did a lot better. There was a lot of times where somebody would touch the ball from Beloit. They would pull them from the inside out, and you really weren't concerned about that, almost daring them to shoot the ball. They really weren't interested in that. We found that. But you were able to make a push with that zone. It's not like you were sitting back. You were along the baseline, but your guards out front were being super aggressive. Yeah, we kind of we went to something we've really never practiced before. Practice kind of had to guard them a little bit differently because we honestly didn't know how they were going to, go against a 2-3 zone. So we kind of I know that we did a good job. I mean, they're going to hit some shots because they have some good shooters on their team. Some set shots, but that's the stuff we were gambling with. But it just was we couldn't score on the other end. They, as good teams do, they responded when you pushed it back. You got it down to 7 a couple of times. One time at 7, they came down, they hit a 3. Another time at 7, they get an and 1 in the lane. They were able to respond and really just kind of hold you at arm's length in this contest. Now, as we talked about, this is a busy week. Now you got to turn the page. You almost have to forget about this one. Move on now. You have Republic County on Thursday and another really tough game on Friday with Minneapolis coming in. They were able to beat Ellsworth tonight on Minneapolis home floor. So a couple of quick games for you. And then, oh, by the way, after the weekend, you go on a Monday night to Ellenwood. So things are going to come pretty quick, aren't they? Yeah, and that's what I told you. I mean, it's girls, the season comes real quickly and it comes to an abrupt end real quickly. So, we got to take care of, Republic County, and I told them we definitely can't look past Republic County. I know they're kind of winless right now, but they're a better winless team than I've seen.
they can do what they want to do. They have some kids that can score on their team. They sometimes, like we were talking about before the game, is that they do a lot of things right. They just can't put the ball in the bucket.
Yeah.
But we're going to take care of that game and then hopefully move on to Minneapolis.
Absolutely. Another interesting week for you. A tough one here on the road tonight. Have a good couple of days of practice. We will see you on Thursday.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast of Saline ladies. Her girls tonight take a loss here on the road at Beloit. 45-37, the final score. Leading the scorers tonight for Southeast of Saline, even with all those fouls, Lexi Jacobson. Lexi was also almost perfect from the free throw line. She was 6 of 7 from the free throw line tonight. Once again, Beloit wins it 45-37. When we come back here at halftime, we'll go over numbers from the first half. Also, some scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. It's coming up when we come back. 23-13 is our score, and a 2-minute timeout. Here on halftime, it's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Salina Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salinaortho.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at SalinaPainClinic.org.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway
in Salina.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Beloit High School, Devin Haney along with Francis Flax as we are just about ready for third quarter action. Let's first give you some scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. These are all girls finals. Again, we gave you the one earlier today. Beloit able to beat Southeast of Saline 45-37. Andover Central beat Salina Central 41-40 in a close one. Minneapolis beat Ellsworth 53-31. Derby beat Salina South 58-37. And the upset of the night, the Chapman girls beat Wamego. It's just the second loss of the season for the Wamego girls, and Chapman beat them by a dozen, 45-33. Here it's 23-13. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline. And at the break, Gannon Jacobson has 9. Omar Calzada has 2. Daniel Kerr has 2 for Southeast of Saline. For Beloit, they're being led by Bryce Beisner with 9. 6 for Quinn Eilert. 3 for Noah Gersner. 3 for Brody Linton. And 2 for Eli Johnson. Southeast of Saline has not shot a free throw in the first half. Beloit, 1 of 3. And 1 turnover for Southeast, 5 for Beloit. Coach, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, we did everything that we needed to do except score. Our defense was good enough. Our rebounding was good. But we didn't have anybody that could hit the bucket except for Gannon Jacobson. Danny got a bucket and Omar got a bucket. But we have to have some scoring throughout the lineup, not just 1 or 2 guys.
23-13 our score. Again, 9 points for Jacobson, 9 points for Beisner. They both lead their teams in scoring as we get ready to start third quarter action. A busy week. We'll continue it on Thursday as we will play back-to-back, but they'll both be at home on the campus of Southeast of Saline. Thursday, we'll welcome Republic County in for a league contest. That'll be the first matchup of the season with Republic County. That's a makeup game that was originally scheduled back in January, but called off due to weather. And then Friday, we'll have a regular game on the calendar as Minneapolis comes in for their rematch from earlier back on January 5th, where they were swept by Southeast of Saline. 23-13 here. You said Gannon Jacobson needs some help in scoring. What else do you see, Coach, that you want to see here in this third quarter?
Well, we just have to be a little more aggressive offensively. We've got to have more movement. We're pretty stagnant on offense, and we've got to have some movement and some drives and kicks and things like that. We've just been just too doggone stagnant.
On another score that might knock you off your bleacher a little bit here, Minneapolis boys lead Ellsworth at the half by 7, 22-15. Here's Beloit starting out. Beisner with a hard bounce back to the basket, and he turns and scores. Making hard shots look easy, right?
Yeah.
Man. Lead now goes to 12 for Beloit. 25-13. Southeast of Saline with the ball. Here's Gannon Jacobson pulling up from the right side elbow. That's no good. And Beloit brings it back the other way. Quinn Eilert with it. That's Jackson Cheney. Now high post to Beisner, trying to get it in down low to Johnson on a high-low entry, but it's broken up and taken away by Gannon Jacobson. Nice job there by Gannon to keep that basketball in bounds and a chance to save it to a teammate. Southeast of Saline with it. Right wing now. Brenton leads. Brenton had a rough first half. 3 fouls on him that he'll have to manage here in this second half. Jacobson with it. Floated to the right. Now plays it back to Owen Bailey. Over to Leeds. Kerr. Daniel Kerr gets to the side of the lane. Now Pirro looks back inside. Nice little shot, just short, as it didn't even hit the rim, and it comes off in a rebound to Beloit.
Yeah, he short-armed that. I think he was surprised that the lane was open.
Yeah. Now an offensive foul called against Beloit away from the basketball. So third or fourth time that we've seen that tonight. It's going on Beloit's side this time as a foul is called on Noah Gerstner, his first.
It's amazing how many times we're turning them over. However, we're not getting anything out of it. I think they have 6 or 7 turnovers already.
F6, yep. Southeast only has 3, but 2 of those were offensive foul calls on a moving screen on Leeds. Still a 12-point game here. Owen Bailey with it. Swings it over to the right-hand side, Jacobson. Bailey came into tonight, Southeast of Saline's leading scorer by about 1 point a game over Gannon Jacobson, but he has not scored here in this game yet. He has the basketball now. Plays it back to the right to Leeds. Here's Kerr driving to the high side of the lane. He'll flip it out here now to Jacobson. Gannon goes to work, gets in the middle. Maybe got away with a little shove in the back there that did Beloit, and Jacobson lost the basketball. Here comes Beloit back the other way. Gerstner has it. He'll come all the way back out near the half-court stripe. Lob pass inside. Eilert working for Beisner, and they're going to say it is a grabbing foul, a hold that's going to be called on Gannon Jacobson as he came flying in trying to get that basketball. It's Gannon's second. First foul of the quarter there on Southeast of Saline. Each team has a foul. Now Eilert on the jumper. That's Cheney.
Yeah.
Jackson Cheney on that left wing. His first basket of the game. Biggest lead of the game for Beloit. So far outscoring Southeast 4-0 here in the first part of this third quarter. Southeast with it. Kerr now left-hand side to Bailey. Bailey skips it back over to Connor Castleman. Castleman gets in the lane. Big jump stop, scores over the top of Johnson. First basket of the night for Connor Castleman.
Well, he avoided getting his shot blocked because he jump stopped. Little hesitation, and then the shot.
Had the defender a little out balanced there, didn't he?
Yes.
There's a dribble handoff. Gerstner puts it back in the hands of Cheney. Now to Eilert. Low post into Beisner. Can't get enough of that window. Loose ball pops up in the air. Castleman is fighting for it. Ends up in the lap of Bailey. We approach the halfway mark of the third quarter. Kerr into the paint. His leaner after a lot of contact is up and no good. Boy, Kerr just could not absorb that contact from a big body. And now Johnson on the other end makes it look easy inside. Eli Johnson, his second basket of the night. Beloit back up by 14. Castleman in the middle of the floor, directing traffic. Looking back left, nobody there. Still dribbling the basketball up top. Now to Leeds. Leeds a few feet behind the three-point line. Southeast spreading the floor here. Trying to create some opportunities, and they're going to say 5-second defensive closely guarded call for Eilert against Kerr. Turnover for Southeast.
Well, that was a little strange, I think. I thought that he was on the move, and truthfully, I think they switched defenders on him.
I thought so too. I wasn't going to say anything because I couldn't see there for a second, but yeah, I didn't even think it was the same defender. There's Beisner, a lob to the back of the rim, as he's able to put it off the window and good. His second basket of the half. He now has 13. A timeout called by Southeast of Saline, 8:30. We will step aside. 3:17 left to go here in the third. Beloit doubling up Southeast of Saline here at Beloit on KINA.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
3:17 left to go here in the third quarter. Devin Haney, Francis Flax back here at Beloit High School. Talked about a busy week this week with games here tonight, and then, of course, Thursday and Friday back at home. Then a quick turnaround, going to a place that you are very familiar with, Coach, in Ellenwood.
Yeah, we get to go to Ellenwood on Monday?
Monday. You have to take me out in the commons area and show me some of those old pictures.
Yeah.
31-15 our score here, third quarter. 3 minutes left. Jacobson turns, goes around the defender, scores, and he'll have a chance to tack one onto it as he is fouled. Gannon Jacobson now with 11, and he will step to the free throw line after the second foul is called on Lance Lundeen. Free throw by Jacobson is up and in. That is the first free throw for Southeast of Saline with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And that's, part of that is because we're not getting much penetration.
Yep. Eilert with it. He swings it to Lundeen. Now back to Eilert. He's going to take it all the way to the baseline, then have to save it off the left leg of Connor Castleman. Castleman was there with him step for step. Your Southeast lineup for you is Castleman, Jacobson, Beloit. Snipe Southeast off the inbounds. Nobody wearing purple was ready for that one.
No.
That was a quick entry and a quick shot. Southeast didn't even know what happened. Anyway, the lineup, Castleman, Gebhardt, Jacobson, Bailey leads on the floor right now for Southeast. And another foul on Lance Lundeen, his third for Beloit. Inbounds way up high to Castleman. Now to Bailey. Bailey driving, got stripped, and it's taken away. Litton will pick it up.
Got to be stronger with the ball.
Fifth turnover for Southeast of Saline of the game. Second one of the quarter. 2:16 left to go. Inside, hanging, scoring is Eilert. When Eilert has 8 in this game. 35-18. 17-point lead here for Beloit. Ranked number 1 in Class 3A by the Coaches Association. Here's Owen Bailey getting a defender in the air. He's going to make the shot. Now he'll have a chance at a 3-point play. His first basket of the game. Foul goes on Noah Gerstner, his second. Owen Bailey becomes the 5th Southeast player to score in this game. And he'll have a chance here at a 3-point opportunity. Bailey's free throw rattles off, no good. A couple of white jerseys there to rebound for Beloit. Here come the homestanding Beloit Trojans. Cheney with it on the right side. Now goes to Eilert, middle of the floor, back to Cheney. Low wing. Cheney gets it back. He'll fire a three, and that's good. Jackson Cheney, 5 points, all in this third quarter. Beloit continues to edge away. 18-point lead now. 1:29 left to go here in the third. Calzada with it. Now comes back around to Owen Bailey. Bailey wants to drive, a little hesitation. He'll go at Brody Litton, and that shot is up, no good. Cleaned up by Beisner. 75 seconds left to play in the third. Beloit playing offense now on the left-hand side of their offense. Far side of the floor. Beisner has it, top of the circle. Now back in the hands of Cheney, who just hit a three a couple of trips ago. High post to Beisner. He'll catch it, turn, shoot. That won't go. Fighting for the rebound. It's off the hands of Kirby Davis, I thought. And so did everybody else, and I think they're going to change this. The official originally gave it to Southeast, but it was clearly up Davis, and it will stay here. Beloit will have it.
Yeah, he made the right call.
He just got all twisted around there. He did a 360, and I think he lost where he was at. Beloit on the inbounds. Out to Eilert, back into Beisner, trying to score over a Southeast double team, and the ball goes out of bounds. And this time we'll go to Southeast. Benedict State Bank scoreboard, Andover Central right now at halftime, leading the Salina Central boys 32-19. Bryce Beisner will come out. He'll get a break here at the end of the third. 44 seconds left to play here in this third period. Southeast with it. Over to the right, Jacobson. Jacobson on the drive and pitch over to Kirby Davis. There it goes to the hole. Can't get that one to go down, and Beloit pulls it away. Beloit eyeballing the clock. Looks like they're going to play for the last shot of the quarter here. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Lundeen has it. Looks like Linton was going to come set a high pick. Now he's going to go back. Now he's back out there. He does set the screen. The three-pointer off the glass by Jackson Cheney. His second three of the quarter. Final seconds now ticking away. Gannon Jacobson fires one and comes up empty. And that is the end of the third. 41-20, our score. Beloit continues to build their lead. They lead it by 21 as we go to the fourth. Back with more Southeast Trojan basketball after this on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Saline.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Saline Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Saline Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salineortho.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
41-20, our score. Beloit leading it as we go to the fourth and final quarter. Devin Haney, Francis Flax back here. If you want to watch the fourth quarter, it's live stream video right now on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you by Salina Ortho. 41-20. Southeast with the deficit. They start out with the basketball. Gannon Jacobson for three. Off the back of the rim, that's no good. A rebound taken on the inside by Eli Johnson. See what kind of a hurry Beloit is in here in this fourth quarter. Right now, looks like they're going to opt more for a spread and move things around a little bit and make friends with the clock. Tyler with a skip over top of everybody finds Jackson Cheney on the backside. Now he'll play it mid lane to Beisner. Back to Cheney, a little runner, won't go. Calzada cleans it up for Southeast of Saline. Southeast Trojans back down the floor with the basketball. Kerr has it near corner. Now Gebhardt up top. There's Jacobson all the way to the cup. His layup on the right side off the drive won't go. And the rebound taken in once again by Beloit.
Well, it was a nice drive. Just come up empty. We're just can't hit the bucket. And got to credit Beloit for that.
Yep. A lot of rim protectors inside.
Yes, there are.
It really doesn't matter what kind of lineup you throw out there. They have 4 different guys that are 6'5" or better that have been in this game so far. And right now, Southeast just doesn't have anybody like that. Here's a shot by Beloit, no good. Gannon Jacobson takes it down again. About 2 minutes into this fourth quarter, both teams still looking for their first points. Calzada plays it to Kerr. Kerr top of the circle now. Trying to get the defender to come out to him. He does. Now an off-balance shot that will roll home. Daniel Kerr gets his second basket of the game. He has 4.
Keep plugging away. Just get the margin down.
Gerstner goes from left wing all the way to the right-hand side. Now plays it to Beisner, who's in three-point land right in front of the Beloit bench. It's a clear out, though, and a lob to the rim for Bryce Beisner. The feed came from Cheney, and Beisner able to get the dunk. 17 points for Bryce Beisner. 43-22. Kerr with it again. Low post entry to Calzada. Help defense there. And said it earlier, Coach, you got to be strong with the basketball.
Yeah.
Little tap there, took the ball away. And now Beloit loses it out of bounds. So the two teams exchange turnovers there. Want to remind you to recognize and celebrate National FFA Week. Saline County Farm Bureau Association and SES Blue and Gold backers are sponsoring the gate charge for all farmers and ranchers and their spouses at the February 13th home basketball game versus Ellsworth. So you want to make sure you attend that one. Of course, we want to see you at all Southeast of Saline games, but that one, farmers and ranchers along with your +1, get your admission paid for. 43-22. Here's Jacobson on a drive. A block up top by Beisner. And Jacobson not able to see the finish of that one. 4:48 left to go. Beloit up top. It's been kind of a weird game in my eyes, Coach, and I'm curious your thoughts on this. Beloit hasn't had really a lot of juice in this game. The crowd really hasn't been into it. They've just been very methodical about the way they've gone about this.
They have been. They've taken advantage of our inability to score. They haven't done anything fantastic, except for that last backdoor alley-oop.
Everybody likes to see a dunk, right?
And they've had a kid that has hit a couple threes that probably gets one every 2 or 3 games. So, yeah, they've done what they have to do.
Almost halfway through this fourth quarter. Tuesday night road trips to Beloit are never fun, but Southeast, though, will get it on the back end of the week as they will be at home Thursday and Friday nights for games with Republic County and Minneapolis. Last check, Minneapolis girls won big over Ellsworth, and also the boys were beating Ellsworth at halftime. There's Kerr on the drive, went between his legs, came back left, and finished it high with that southpaw hand. Daniel Kerr has 4 points in the quarter and 6 for the game as we hit the halfway mark of the fourth.
It was a great move by Danny. Like you said, he put it between his legs and separated just enough to get it up and over.
Deep post entry there for Litton, guarded by Davis. He has to kick it back out. Gerstner acted like he was going to pull the trigger, but now plays it to Bryce Beisner near the Beloit logo. Back to Litton. Right-hand side of the lane. His shot off the front of the rim. Jacobson will come in and clean it up. Gannon Jacobson down the floor. Owen Bailey, long distance three. And that one's going to go home. Owen Bailey, his first long shot of the game, and that is only Southeast of Saline's second three of the night.
Yeah, we missed a lot of those in the second quarter, particularly, and that would have made this a much closer game than it is.
Southeast has cut into this lead. It's down to 16 now. After a couple of baskets, we'll take a 30-second timeout. 3:25 left to go when we come back.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Since the alley-oop to Bryce Beisner and Beloit taking a 23-point lead, Southeast of Saline has gone on a little 7-0 run here and cut that lead back down to 16, 43-27. That prompted the Beloit timeout with 3:25 left to play.
Yeah, and Beloit hasn't really been attacking very much, but we'll see what they do here now. They figured that maybe we've been playing around a little bit.
43-27. Starters on the floor for Beloit. 4 of 5 starters on the floor for Southeast, minus Kirby Davis. And Beloit lost the basketball. Turnover number 3 in the second half, 8 for the game. That'll get it back here to Southeast of Saline. Jacobson crosses the timeline, now starts to fade off to the right. Comes through Davis, top of the circle, now to Kerr. Brenton leads way out, away from the basket. Owen Bailey tried a little hesitation at the free throw line, lost the basketball. Now Beisner comes away with it on the dunk. Beisner got the 2. Southeast now speeding back the other way. Beisner held onto that rim, and then his feet swung out from underneath him. He landed hard underneath the rim, but got up and now back on defense.
Got a foul on Beloit on that transition.
Quinn Eilert with his first. (45-27). Beloit leading Southeast of Saline here. Southeast with the basketball. Kerr with it. Plays it around here. Beloit in a man-to-man. Kerr makes his way to the left-hand elbow. Now to Kirby Davis. He drives past one defender. Stopped by another one. Now out to Owen Bailey. Top of the circle. 3 is no good. And Beloit coming back the other way. 2:19 left to go. Noah Gerstner has it. It's a near steal. Struggle over the basketball. They're going to say it touched Beloit first and then out of bounds. Southeast will have it. .209 left to go. 45-27. Beloit leading here, making a couple of substitutions. Alex Laughlin comes into the game. Southeast will stay with the 5 that they had on the floor. Brody Litton also back into the contest for Beloit. There's Kerr at the left-hand side of the rim. Went up, challenged Litton, and they're going to say Litton fouled him. Kerr will step to the free throw line with 1:48 left to go.
Yeah, we've got to get some. We got to get something going here a little bit to lessen this margin. And that was a good drive by Danny. Hesitation.
Free throw is up and good. Just the 3rd free throw Southeast has attempted tonight. They're 2 of 3. Get a second look at it here as we are inside of 2 minutes left to go. Nobody really in jeopardy here of hitting the limit of fouls. Beloit has 2, Southeast of Saline with 0 as Kerr misses the second free throw. Beloit with the basketball. Shot up, no good. Leads way up there for it, and then as he was coming down, got tied up and almost stripped away there by Brody Linton. They'll go to the arrow to sort this one out, and it will belong in the favor of Beloit. They'll keep it here. Calzada, Gebhardt back into the game. Also entering for the first time, Sam Knopf and Isaiah Kerr. Also in for Beloit. Alex Laughlin checks back in. Charlie Burke, another sophomore, also into the game. There's a shot by Beloit, misses badly. Knopf with the rebound for Southeast. 1:25 left to play. Kirby Davis on the right-hand side of the floor. Gave it to Gebhardt. Gebhardt now brings it around Kerr. Kerr with a bullet pass down low to Davis. Davis trying to set him up. Plays it out to Calzada for three. That one no good off the heel. And the rebound taken in down low by Beloit. It's Emil Lashin. 1:02 left to play. Little shovel pass here. Back out. Three-pointer on the way for Beloit. No good. Beloit, though, keeps their own rebound and then threw an errant pass over to the left. They're going to call this an alternate arrow situation, and that will favor Southeast of Saline with 47 seconds left. End of the third as we check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. El Saline leads Inman 41-32. El Saline boys playing some good basketball.
Yeah, they seem to have it going over there right now.
45-28. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline here as we are inside 30 seconds left to play. Southeast with the basketball. Calzada. He wants to drive. Goes to the rim. Put back by Knopf. Around the inside of the rim and then falls out.
Yeah.
And that may do it. 10 seconds left to play here. We'll see what Beloit's guys want to do. They come back to the middle of the floor, and Ryan Eilert signals that we're pretty good here, fellas. 45-28, the final score as Beloit continues to roll. The Trojans protect their home floor, and they will move on to 16-1 on the season. They also strengthen their lead that I don't think anybody's going to penetrate the NCAA. They are now 8-0 in league play. Southeast of Saline now 7-8 overall. The Trojans now 1-5 in league play. 45-28, our final score. When we come back on the postgame show, it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. We'll go over final scoring, have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game, and a conversation with the head coach, Bryson Flax. It's all coming up when we come back. Beloit wins this game here on KINA.